Anyone out there? How are we looking? Alright, let's switch over here. And can kill the music just a bit. I can just lower it if anything. Let's see. Wait, Hidden Leaf, what go on, man? Made sure I started it earlier this month, so I had some time to do so. You know, it's like what, just a bit after 6 my time here. So yeah, let's see. I wonder if everything's looking. I wonder if everything is looking good. How's the audio sounding? Do. Let me see. Everything on Discord seems to be up. Alright, sounds good. As you can see me good. If me switch over to here and here, yeah, we Gucci. Yeah, like, because I was kind of a bit tired of the same old. I have a few, like, you know, royalty freak YouTube tracks, but none of them that I had were really hitting the spot. So went back through the YouTube library and I was like, yo, let me get something fresh. Something fresh. Long overdue. But yeah, let's see. Have I shared out the stream already? I think I have. Let's see. Granted, it's on subscriber only mode. Wait, new song? Oh god, man. Serious, brother. End the month subscriber stream. Well, the stream should be on subscriber only mode in terms of the chat at least, so yeah. And hopefully, even though I have the music on, hopefully it's not too loud. Should be, right? No? Jeez, peace. Boom. Well, I would assume that's a good thing, that it gets fancier over time, you know. Usually when I have like this scene, have my whole, like my face and everything kind of up the stream, but you know, why not have it, you know, the thumbnail shot to one side, and you know, yeah, why not? But as you can, well, most of you guys are pretty much used to the whole end of month subscriber stream by now. Of course, we're talking Black Clover, Boruto, Dragon Ball, anime in general, and general anything you guys want to talk about. Gonna be reverting back to our old format in terms of getting you guys on. So at least for the first, I guess, 45 minutes at least. I've configured the Discord for you guys to come on, but just one at a time. And if anything, I'll have you guys spend like, you know, 5 to 7 minutes talking, and then probably for like the last, after 45 minutes, I guess, I would be up for, you know, the whole free for all. Everybody comes in one time. So there's that. Yo, honestly, the One Piece, yo. Yo. It's just One Piece, just greatness, dog. Black Clover, I would say read it. I know a lot of persons are having issues with the whole Gaja situation, without giving too much spoilers. But there's that. There's that. There's quite a bit to talk about for this stream, right? Because even with this month, it was just this month the Bleach chapter dropped, so there was that too, which was a really good read. Of course, the Dragon Ball movie, everybody's kind of a bit iffy because of the CGI, so quite a bit to talk about. Quite a bit. Let me see. This properties. The background music, that's too annoying. Too annoying. You guys can let me know if anything. I have it load and thing. It'd be nice if I had like a way to like do like a pool like midstream or thing. Reels magic. Going more in depth with Reels Magic would be good, but I mean, I think the whole understanding is that, of course, you can do any other type of magic. But I feel like persons had the impression that it was just maybe, it was a case you just could do other elemental magic, but I'm starting to think you could just do any other type of magic. Yeah, it's crazy. I guess it's just limited by his imagination. But I think the issue that a lot of persons are having really is just the lack of depth. I was talking with a friend about this yesterday regarding the stakes in the arc and thing, and it does seem like a lot of persons are kind of salty on the fact that Gaja survived. So I don't know what you guys think about that. You can let me know. Got to let me know. Oh, I missed this. Cancel that. I think I'll share the stream. Of course, guys, share the stream if anything. But of course, it is a subscriber stream, so I think I have it set for persons can only, you know, participate in the chat if they've been subscribed for at least. Okay, I'm not horrible, but at least 5 minutes. So yeah. I was kind of on board for having Laura Pichica die, honestly, but like for the persons who wanted Gaja to die, is neither here nor there for me. I was talking to a friend and I was basically saying that I don't think the audience is really that emotionally invested in Gaja, so to really kill him is like, it would be whatever. I don't think it would have the impact like Tabata would have really wanted. So like what's the sense, really and truly? And yeah, true, she dies. It's kind of like that situation where like those two characters are definitely tied together, so it's like Gaja dying, wait, Akil, what going? Evening, yeah, as you can see, we're starting the subscriber stream early. Weird fibs. Discord already open, guys. If anything, I'm not gonna wait too long for you guys if you want to come on, but we're doing it one by one initially, and then after the first 45 minutes, as you can see here on oh shit, kind of cut the music suddenly there. My bad. Yeah, we're just like what 13 minutes into the stream, so you know we're chilling. We are chilling. Gacha? Yeah, honestly, if Gacha died, I don't know. It depends on what the bot would have executed. But like off the top of my head, I don't think I would have. It's just my opinion that I don't think the audience is that invested in Gacha emotionally. So it's like the decision to not kill him is like probably is the better decision on the bot's part. But I can understand that, like, as it stands, it feels like there aren't any stakes. So there's that. The one in the this could be Itachi as a parallel to Naruto and Koji. I mean, it could be if Kishimoto decides to do the whole, you know, Naruto, something with Naruto, then something with Sasuke. We could bring back Itachi, maybe, but the way I am seeing it is that if we're tying in that recent anime episode with Kakashi and Koji, the fact that Koji only managed to get data for persons after the Fourth Great Ninja War, and if we're really basing things on the whole, you know, Android Cell arc from Dragon Ball, I wouldn't be surprised if this cyborg is some, I guess, shout out to Cell, probably like a cyborg that has the DNA of multiple persons. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Even though we kind of had something like that already with Kabuto, right? Who had like a bunch of DNA from a bunch of different characters. So yeah. People say Shishu, but no, it's not. Sanjae Gotcha, that would be sad. Yeah. But yeah, I like it can only be so many persons. Like, based on the silhouettes, it could be Delta, of course. I know persons are saying Shishui for real. Itachi, Asuma would be a decent one, but I don't know, because it depends. As it stands between Kodachi and now Kishimoto, it doesn't seem like they're really delving into using much of the old set of characters too much. It could be what I say, it could be like a completely new character, like say Cell, that has the DNA of a lot of different other characters. But the thing is, if I'm reasoning is right, if this is a thing where yes, this cyborg is based on data from persons after the Fourth Great Ninja War, they definitely would have to start tying in the novels into the mainstream Boruto media, i.e. the anime. Hence why that would kind of tie back into my theory that 2022 is going to be the year of the Boruto novels. So there's that. Yeah, that's the thing. Off the top of my head, there wasn't really anybody interesting. But I haven't really read the novels like that. Apart from like taking in like stuff from Naruto Explained, I'm not the biggest Naruto or /Boruto novel expert. So I don't know if there was anything like super interesting in terms of specific characters that they could really, you know, stitch together, for lack of a better term, for this cyborg. So you guys have to let me know if you've really gone into novels yourself. So there is that. But I am really looking forward to the next chapter. I appreciate that Kishimoto he's kind of pushing the pacing now based on, you know, what Organic Dinosaurs put out, with apparently Code meeting up with Kawaki next chapter. So that's going to be fun. Sasuke written after this arc can totally work. I mean, I'm always on board for getting the novels, but why would you say it's... Oh, sorry, referring to the anime, my bad. Yeah, it could work, but more than likely in the 10/17 days, give or take, that's we've gotten since they came back from fighting Ishiki and Borushiki. I would imagine the anime is going to decide to adapt the novels in those 10-day, that 17-20 day space in universe, as like a flashback, more than likely. So that's my prediction. We're in August now, and as it stands, well, we're heading into September. So probably by the time the end of September, October is when I expect to be getting the events of like chapter 55, give or take, thereabouts. So it's like coming down to the end of the year, it would make sense to start going into the novels. Yeah, exactly. So like when he loses Kurama, they can make reference to the, you know, Sasuke and Sakura and Kakashi going on these missions to just to kind of parallel the fact that, you know, the TLBC is what's causing him his chakra illness, right? If I'm not mistaken. So they could kind of parallel it with the fact that he's now lost Kurama. So they could actually do that. I would be up for it. And of course, Sasuke, Sakura, Kakashi, these are characters that we all want to see. So I think a lot of persons would actually dig that. So I don't think there would be much of a problem. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the anime does. I mean, getting really close to the manga, and it's anybody's guess like what's going to happen after a certain point. So there is really and truly that. What's that? There is that. Boom, boom, boom. I'm enjoying. Alright. Let me just see here. Live streaming. Alright, I'm connected to the Discord, guys, for anybody that really wants to come on and talk. So, but of course, just reminder, it'll be one-on-one right now. Do you think they will go season for the anime? I highly doubt it. I think I was making a point of this in a previous video where I was saying that even though Black Clover, for instance, is in the top 5 when it comes down to TV Tokyo's like revenue streams and thing, but the Black Clover being in what, the 5th spot versus Boruto being number 1, I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. If I'm wrong, then I wouldn't mind, but I highly doubt it. Yeah, I think Boruto could benefit from being seasonal, but the way it stands right now, I think it's just too profitable for Boruto to go seasonal if it's really that decent. We have somebody joining here. Wait, Akil, well, go on. Hold on there. Don't think I'm hearing you, man. Yo, Anthony, you're muted.
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Let's switch over to here. What's poppin'?
Nothing much. I just want to clarify something.
Yeah.
I just want to clarify something. I noticed that one of your I don't remember. Anyways, was it stated in the anime that the information that Kashi and Koji got was after the Fourth Great Shinobi War?
I'm trying to remember if it was explicitly stated in the subtitles, but the whole point was that Kakashi was saying that, yo, everything before the war is everything up to the war and at the war and before is in scrolls. Hence why he deduced that, yo, Koji would have hit where he hit. But I don't recall seeing Koji leave with the scroll, or any scroll for that matter of fact. So that's why I'm assuming that he only has data for stuff like after the war. So unless I really missed something there, I don't know.
Well, if somebody in the comment section could confirm it, but I don't know if he had the entire scroll, but I think he probably copied the information or got the information somewhere, because when Amado, he was talking to Amado, based on my understanding, it seems as if he got information before the war. But somebody feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, either when somebody else come on or in the comment section.
Yeah, because
what I want to talk about.
No, what I was gonna say, in the grand scheme of things, it would make more sense to have data from before the war because there's obviously characters that we care about that you could pull from, but it's just how the episode was structured. It just seemed it seemed odd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, I think is, I think my thing is that all right. So Amado, my thing is if Amado, I think the next cyborg
Yeah.
Amado, that the next cyborg that Amado creates, I think it's gonna probably give us an idea as to Amado's past per se, because the fact that he is so insistent on creating like cloning like leaf shinobis suggests to me that he has some really strong ties to the leaf village.
Yeah.
I think that so
Wait,
I think that
hold
his
1 second for me, Anthony. Hold on.
no problem.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So, no problem. But yeah, so yes, I think so. Persons are looking for the cyborg,
Mm-hmm.
looking towards who is going to be the cyborg. But I just think that the cyborg also will give us an idea or another clue as to who Amado could be.
Yeah, that's true. Even though
Um,
I think the last message that was in even the Discord server here, mine, I think what was Big Baller. He was theorizing that of course Amado might be somebody from like another race, another planet or something. And I think it's something I have talked about, but that was probably like 2 years ago. Not Amado specifically, but just the possibility of other, Kishi introducing other alien races.
mhm.
Yeah.
But
So
yes, I think you said that you were talking about Black Clover as well.
yeah,
It's
I mean it's a
mostly a
subscriber stream,
focus
man.
on
So anything
yeah.
anything goes, isn't it?
Mhm.
It's up to you guys, isn't it?
All right, no problem. So my thing with so this is my thing with Black Clover. My thing is that no Tabata, because of what? Because of the ability that what's her name again? I don't remember her name at this time.
Magicula?
Uh, Flowers girl. Remember? Maggie
Um,
Color man. Flowers
Charlotte?
girl. Not
Charlotte?
Charlotte man. She's
Yeah.
Rose girl. I'm talking about. No, I'm talking about the Flowers girl with the healing. I don't remember her name
Oh,
at this time.
Mimosa.
But Mimosa, yes, because he has introduced that power up for Mimosa. It's
Mm-hmm.
hard to see anyone possibly dying unless unless someone counters what Mimosa has. I think
Um,
and I think this is my okay.
all right. So the way I look at it is, I think Tabata.
Mm-hmm.
It depends if he does this, right? I think Tabata has left enough wiggle room to introduce like a weakness to these other characters who've kind of learned ultimate magic. The fact that they have to kind of base things around their training in the Heart Kingdom to kind of make that step towards learning
Mm-hmm.
ultimate magic. I think there's enough wiggle room for Tabata to say, okay, because of X, Y, and Z, there's going to be some limitations in probably upcoming fights. So that's the way I'm looking at it. I'm kind of
Mm-hmm.
trying to keep an open mind on it. So I guess it just,
Okay.
I guess it just depends. Still, just depends.
But then my thing is that it's not only Mimosa's power, but look at Gray as well.
Yeah.
Gray is able to, basically wake up again now, change reality or change someone's circumstance
Mm-hmm.
in terms of based on what we've seen from our magic so far. So it's crazy, man. But this is my thing. I think narratively, the next person the person I think should die. I think Nozel should die over Vengeance. I said this
Vengeance.
because
Mm.
Sentence, yes. Why I say this because Nozzle, I think Nozzle's character arc is finished. Then from him, someone in if anybody can hear me. Other than from him being, working towards being becoming the Wizard King.
Yeah.
I just can't see Nozzle's place in the story after this arc because basically him basically get rid of Megicula.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or at least on the surface he has gotten rid of Megicula. He's gotten a portion of Megicula at this point in time. But I think narratively
Yeah.
it would make sense not only for Nozzle but also for Noel's growth as well.
You know, now that you mention it,
no,
like if anyone's going to die for real, it might be best for Nozzle because having his character kinda come full circle at this point, apart from, you know, becoming the Wizard King. So have him potentially die here when everything's kinda quote unquote, you know, resolved with, you know, the whole issues between him and Noel and everything. I could actually see that happening. I could actually see that happening.
And the thing about the thing, and I think, as I said before, I think the fan base is really sold on Nozzle because a lot of persons are saying that now they understand what the burden that Nozzle had to carry all these years because he couldn't say anything to her.
Yeah.
But as I said before, I think the next battle between Xenon and Xenon and what name again? You know, I'm hoping for a plot twist. Yeah, I'm hoping for a plot twist. I would really hope it's a case where and Xenon are some relatives, or there's some relation between the two of them. I'm really hoping because I remember I think Forever World was saying it, and that is true. Like this arc, this arc.
Yeah.
The fights have been very good. But the substance behind the storyline, it has been very flat. I found it to be very flat, especially on not on the heroes end, but on the villains end. Because if you look at it, you know, the Dark Triad was offered up as individuals who were these big bads.
Yeah.
Right? And that they were these sociopaths. I just think that narratively, I don't know, like even like wait a minute again. I assume that.
I'll say this and then.
Let's make this last point.
All right. Go ahead.
I'll just make this last point. Yeah. So, like for example, I know that the anime, if it comes back, may fix it. But I would just like to know, you know, I know what drives. I know what drives Xenon. Kinda know what drives Vanica. But still, when you compare to the Elf arc, compared to the other arcs in I think Tabata dropped the ball on this one. That's just my opinion.
Alright, so I'll say this, right? And then I'll just make room if anybody. I'll move you out, and then if anybody else wants to join.
No problem,
next,
man.
Yeah. I think like that's been my issue with Black Clover overall. To me, I've never been able to really put my my hands on it. Like, but there's always felt like there was something, you know, missing from making Black Clover. You know, like it's good, and I think the persons who bash it are. I wouldn't want to say judge it unfairly, but I don't think it's as bad as the persons who bash it say it is. But it just feels like Black Clover overall feels like it's missing something, you know? And I think the issues that you just stated with this arc is basically what I've kind of felt overall. I don't know if it's the pacing of the arc. I don't know if it's that Tabata needs to do more setup. I don't know. I don't know. But I hope at some point in this arc, whether even if it's the end, there's some major twist. And I think it just kind of calls back to the fact that persons are complaining about, you know, they want stakes, they want X and X character to die, you know, stuff like that. So,
but yeah, that's all I would say. And then when you have the combined stream, then I'll talk about Boruto stuff.
alright, no problem, man. Respect.
Respect.
Yeah, man. And so, you heard Anthony there, guys, hopefully. But yeah, Black Clover is good, but I just feel like it's missing something, you know? And I hope that we get it by the end of this arc. One thing I definitely wanted to talk about for this stream was the return of Bleach. I know we had that Bleach stream a few weeks back, but I'm not gonna lie, Bleach coming back is it's wild. Having One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto, quote unquote, back like in some form of regular release again simultaneously, it's very interesting to say the least. Kubo has I don't know if it was part of his grand plan, but from Burn the Witch to, you know, the anime coming back next year and this recent chapter, this start of this new arc, like it's insane, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to this new arc and the anime, because while I do consider, like, if I'm ranking One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, of course One Piece on top, Naruto, then Bleach, like especially that final arc, it was just missing a lot of stuff for me personally. So I'm hoping the anime can rectify that. I don't know what you guys think. If you were big Bleach fans back in the day, you can let me know. But of course, again, the chat is open. Link in the description if you want to come on and talk via Discord one-on-one. We're kind of almost nearing the time for the joint panel discussion when it comes on to, you know, inviting more than one person into the Discord. So you just hang on for that if that's what you're waiting on. But it's still open for one-on-one, just like I just had Anthony on. So yeah, but yeah, the return of the big three, it's very interesting to say the least. I would love if it comes to a situation where they have to reprint back old Bleach volumes so Bleach can get some more sales. So that would be a good vibe, not lie. What else was like super interesting this month? How could I? Listen, man, trust me. I'm gonna tell you. One Piece has remained, I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's just remained consistent throughout. I can't say the same for Naruto, which is why I'll forever put One Piece above Naruto. So that's a whole other debate, but we can talk about that if anything. But yeah, One Piece has it's just something else, dog, honestly. And even though I have dropped off the anime when it comes down to One Piece, I remember when I had dropped off the manga too for the longest, for like probably like 2 years. And I remember about a year and a half ago, I decided to binge read and catch up, and I'm like, shit. It just came back to me, it just reminded me like why I really like One Piece. One Piece really hooked me in Arlong Park. Let me see, I could probably pull up the scene. Yo. Hold on. Alright. Nami. Let me see. Yo, you saw that walk to Arlong Park? Bruv. Insane. Alright, let me just okay, hold on. Turn down the music. And we got this here. Fair use, people, hopefully. No copyright. But yo, it's all this scene right here, bruv. Our people. Like this, it was at this point that One Piece seriously hooked me. Let me just turn this down here. Like, it's just this one thing, and we'll go back to the other discussion. But it's just this scene here with Nami just reaching the end of her patience with this Arlong situation. And of course, sorry, spoilers, I know. But there's just something very visceral about seeing her take a knife and just... Yo. I don't know, it's like, this was when, for me... Because I used to watch One Piece on 4Kids. You know, back in the day, Fox, whatever, Foxbox, whatever. And Toonami. But it wasn't until like 2011, 2012 before I like really got back into One Piece. And it's like reaching back to this scene, dogs. It's like, ooh. Like when you genuinely want the main character to beat up somebody else on behalf of another character, the show has hit you on a very like emotional, visceral level, dog. I just like seeing Nami in this state. Yo, I don't know. It just hit me. I'm sorry. It just hit me. And it's like from that point on, I say, yo, One Piece, it's something special, dog. The audio from the video isn't too loud, is it? Oh, shit. And then like they turn around and it's like, Luffy. And it's like what makes the scene so impactful is that Nami has spent like literally the last 3 arcs, whether implied, whether indirectly, being like this strong, I'll do it myself kind of character. So it's like when she generally breaks down and asks for help, you know she means it. And it's like the build up over the last 2-3 arcs with like some subtle foreshadowing here and there. Beautiful on Oda's part. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. But yeah. One Piece is amazing. But anyway, so Bleach. Dragon Ball now is an next is an next kettle of fish. I don't know if we talked about it the last stream or if did the trailer drop before we did the last end of month live stream. I do not remember. But I don't know. What are you guys' expectations for the upcoming Dragon Ball Super movie? Or just the Dragon Ball franchise on a whole? Of course, I have been reading the manga same way. So, I don't know. Will you guys be okay with a CGI movie? Does it depend on execution? Stuff like that? I don't know. Nearing time for the big panel discussion. 6:43. Yeah, this track is really good. This audio track is really good. I'm not gonna lie. Doom, doom. Oh, you don't watch Dragon Ball Super? No pressure. No pressure. Oh, but shit, this month was a decent month because I did get into Mushoku Tensei. So that was a really good watch. And I did start checking out VV Floret's Eye Song. even though just the first episode, that first video I did, I still haven't continued. I need to do that, but Mushoku Tensei, like that's a really good one. I'd highly recommend it. And it's the perfect time because when I think about it, Mushoku Tensei is the next part of the season. Our season 2 is dropping what, in the next month and a half. So I'll definitely be reacting to that. It's gonna be a fun experience. I don't know. It's just beautiful. But I really need to get back to watching Vivi Fluoride's Eye. Really, I probably might watch some episodes tonight. Did you produce it? The what? The Vivi Fluoride's Eye or the Mushoku Tensei videos? What are you asking if I if I produced Anthony? Well, just about that time, peeps. Oh no, the soundtrack, no. I'm not that skilled or skilled in that way at all. No man, I got it off YouTube Studio. They have tracks that we can use and thing like, you know, copyright free. So I was kind of going through. I was looking for something fresh to use for the stream and for future videos, of course. So thought I'd, you know, let me just find this and say, alright, yeah, this sounds fresh. I actually downloaded like 2 other tracks, but I think this is my favorite out of the 3. Alright, so we're nearing the, or just about 45 minutes. So I am expanding the amount of persons in the Discord voice chat, so you guys can, if interested, join back on for the super duper panel discussion. Yo, I think this is saved. Use it. 10. Alright, so that's 45 minutes. And we are ready to go. Do. Probably turn this off, no? Ooh. You know, there's one thing I don't like about this whole subscriber bar thing. It depends on I'm assuming it depends on if persons subscribe and hit all notifications and probably have things turned on in their YouTube settings. Alright, Anthony, back at it again. 3 other persons back in the live stream. Alright, I guess can go and talk and see if more persons join if interested. True. Yeah.
I would say 2 no. That's fine.
Yeah. We know it is. We kind of used to the numbers already.
No problem.
Yeah.
Probably the other persons, probably because you're earlier than usual. Maybe like other persons probably would have come on a little bit later.
Well, yeah, I wanted to try to see how the earlier time would work, you know, little experiment. So, yeah.
That's good. Would you still have it up to 10 o'clock, or that would be too long?
I
Like,
think I might end off the latest 8:30. Um,
okay.
yeah, because it's what 6:49 now, so I think that's more than enough
Uh,
time. 2.5 hours.
the- the-
But it depends.
I
It
think the
depends on it
I think the
depends on the
drawback.
vibes as well. I will put it.
Yeah,
Depends
that's
on how things
true.
are going at that time too. So that's a factor.
That's true. I think the big drawback is that, well, the time difference. That's one,
Yeah.
and two, like, persons are used to the stream starting this early, so don't be
True. True.
discouraged.
But
But yeah.
yeah.
So what I wanted to say is that I think Dragon Ball movies tend to be really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I never really look at the the Dragon Ball Super trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but the movies tend to be good.
Um. Battle Gods was decent, even though depending on the review you watch, some versions might pick it apart. Resurrection
Mm-hmm.
F I feel was definitely the weaker of the those two initial movies that came off to start back
Mm-hmm.
up Dragon Ball. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Broly has probably been the best thing to come out of the Super era because
Yeah.
personally, I love Dragon Ball Super, but
Mm-hmm.
if you were to ask me to be objective and put my subjective feelings aside, it's not all
Mm-hmm.
that good. There's a bunch of problems
That's
every
true.
arc, whether it be from the writing standpoint or from the production
Mm-hmm.
standpoint. So it's just it's not all that good. But it is hype. It is exciting. I will give it that. But it's kind of like when you just go beyond the superficial hype and surface level stuff and you start picking it apart, you just find a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
issues, honestly.
Yeah.
It
That's
really and
well.
truly comes
Well.
down to that.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because for me, I haven't watched Dragon Ball last ever since the Cell Saga.
Yeah.
Cell Saga was the last arc of Dragon Ball Z that I watched.
Oh wow. So you
And
haven't so whoa, whoa, whoa. Even after all this time you haven't like fully sat down and watched all of the Boo arc?
no, I didn't watch the Boo arc, and actually Boo is my favorite character.
So how does that
Is
work if
my
you haven't
favorite character.
watched the full Boo arc?
No, like, no, as in I've seen, no, I've seen clips.
Yeah.
But I haven't sit down and watch the Boo arc,
Oh, it's
because I
crazy.
think, but because the thing is, the thing is, I am not a huge anime fan.
Yeah.
I only watch a like a select group of animes. Like, if I love an anime, I love it. So just like Boruto, the Naruto franchise,
Yeah.
and I got into Black Clover. Yes, I'm not a huge anime fan. But but in terms of, like, when I'm having discussions with friends and they will talk about like different animes, like they talk about Aizen, I probably look up some videos on Aizen. Um, Talk about One Piece and so forth,
Yeah.
just to understand the context of their discussion.
Makes sense,
Um,
makes
but what I
sense.
will but what I will say this about um Boruto manga. Um, can understand why people are complaining about the pacing. I really do.
No.
It has been very annoying. I must be honest. It has been very annoying
Mm-hmm.
the last 5 months or so, not seeing any action. But I understand why it had to be done.
Yeah.
You need the story. Because you need the storytelling. You need the progression, and you need those stuff. And my thing is that, uh, I have trust. I have complete trust in Kishimoto, because Kishimoto created Naruto. Naruto did sell off.
True,
I
true.
won't. Yeah, so I'm going, as I have trust in him. I think he will deliver at some point. But yeah, it has been pretty annoying. And what I will say though, is that it's as if, like, I think this arc, or this volume,
Yeah.
It's like it's really the appeal of Ida that would have kept our interest in this manga.
Hmm.
If you get what I'm saying,
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
appeal
Totally
of
what you're
Ida.
saying.
Because well, the appeal of Ida and also the introduction of Damien as well. Because for me, like chapters, in terms of the
Mm-hmm.
dialogues weren't all that informative either because you probably had intel about codes, abilities. It's, but in my opinion, only one core ability them talk about with code. They never talk about other ability other than from the claw marks and stuff. So it's like to be waiting 1 month. This the last 5 months has been a little bit challenging.
To be
Um,
for me
but what
personally,
I will
like
say,
I haven't really like how I haven't really had like a major issue with like the piercing since like I would suspect persons would have started having issues with the piercing on chapter 60 by the end of chapter 60, right? So like for me to get Kawaki going into action with chapter 61 is like I can understand why a person would complain, but it kind of feels like it hasn't been too long. Even though in the grand scheme of things, it's been like what 5 months since the Ishiki fight, but it's like it's basically what I said with the with chapter my review on chapter 60. Like it's just the little setup pieces that Kishimoto is doing that really kind of kept me invested despite the slow pacing. If you really look at
mhm.
all the different setups and things that he's going for, then it's not a big deal. And then with chapter 61, the fact that Kawaki's gone into action is like, to me, it feels like we didn't really have to wait a long time, even though it's been 5 months. For me personally.
Yeah, another thing as well, like persons are saying it's not, and it's like even the major YouTubers they're saying like Kawaki leaving the village. I don't think Kawaki is necessarily leaving the village to go to Ida or
At least not yet. At least
go
not
to,
yet.
yeah, at least not yet. I don't think that because the thing about it, I don't because obviously we don't know if he knows that Ida exists. He doesn't know that Ida exists, and I don't think. And I think based on what Ida said to Code, I don't think Ida wants Kawaki to know that she and Code working together.
Exactly.
I don't see how that makes sense narratively. I think that there's going to be a little plot twist. Kawaki leaving the village is going to lead to a potential plot twist. And I think what we're gonna have, I think we're gonna probably have we're gonna have a rewind, just like what
Mm-hmm.
they did in chapter 50, where Boruto transformed into the sword, and Ishiki was trying to shrink it, but he recognized he couldn't shrink it.
Mm-hmm.
And then after they show that scene, and they go back to when Sasuke and Boruto was coming up with that plan, or they were having that talk about Sasuke, possibly killing him if he went into Borishiki mode.
Yeah.
I think they could do something like that for the next chapter. Because
So,
as I said before, for me, it doesn't make sense for Kawaki to leave the village to go to an enemy that he doesn't know about.
but then again, it
My thing
depends
is,
because like again, does he even know that he's being watched? Is he counting on Code to know he's leaving the village? It's kind of like, as I'm saying, it's too. Kawaki's plan at the moment is too ambiguous. You're just not sure. Like, what is he hoping to
yeah, it
achieve at the
is.
moment? Is he going to like a old Kara location? It just depends. Or if he's just leaving for leaving sake to protect the family.
So, yeah, I think for me, I think he's probably. I think he. But the thing about it is that even going to an old Kara hideout still doesn't make any sense either. My thing
Mm-hmm.
is that I'm hoping that it. Remember, because in 60, at the end of 60, he said that there's at least one way he could get stronger, and then in 61, he left the village.
No, you were saying there was
So
one more way you could protect Naruto,
one more, yeah,
but
one more way he could protect Naruto. He was saying that there was one more way he could protect Naruto. So I think. I hope
Yeah.
they could do a lot of stuff, but I wouldn't mind if they incorporate Kashin Koji being Kashin Ko like Kawaki possibly meeting Kashin Koji
Yeah.
and like Kashin Koji probably tell him about how to get stronger, some along those lines. But even then, narratively, it would just be like out of nowhere.
Yeah. Hold on there. Wait, Cole. Yo, today hasn't been too bad. I mean, it's basically 7 o'clock here right now, so the day basically done. But yeah, today's been like a very chill day. Nothing too crazy productivity wise. It's just, eh. So, but I hope you're doing great, man. It's been forever when I really think about it.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
yeah, actually, like,
Mhm.
listen, I've been waiting on Koji to come back for the longest while, honestly, and
Mhm.
like, yeah, it would feel like it would be a bit random to have Koji just to have Kwaki bump up into Koji and then Koji tell him XYZ. It might be a bit odd, but
Wait, wait. This is the thing. This is the caveat. Caveat is a word to use. No, I'm not gonna use caveat. I'm not gonna try to sound big. But this is the thing. Shiki and Kashin Koji is supposed to fight soon. Like the fight's supposed to wrap up soon. Fight is
anime wise,
supposed to
yeah.
wrap up soon, right? He was asking about Black Clover. I'm just gonna say this. I have a feeling that if it is that the anime, if it is that the manga is gonna bring back Kashin Koji, anime is gonna give us a hint after that fight.
Well,
They're gonna give us a hint.
it would make
Yeah,
sense. It would make
they're gonna.
sense. Cool. Yeah,
It
I
wouldn't
am caught
be.
up on Black Clover. We were actually talking about Black Clover earlier in the stream. So if you want to kind of rewind, or at least probably after the stream, you want to rewind and check out what we were saying. But yeah, I am caught up, man. Um, it would
Oh,
make sense, Akil, because as we've seen the anime, I don't know if Kishi is like in some shape or form working along with the director of the anime like that.
mm-hmm.
Um, but if he is, that's actually a good move because he can actually do some decent setup for future things in the manga like we're getting now. So that would be
Mm-hmm.
good. That would be good. But honestly, I am still waiting on
Mm-hmm.
Koji to come back in because we need that Koji Naruto link up.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you as well. Um, Another thing as well, like, and this is the thing that people will hear the um people probably won't realize this. By the way, is it by any chance that Cole could come on to the stream? Because we could still talk about Black Clover,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. I mean,
He could come on to the
it's not a
Discord
matter
if
of
you
can,
want.
it's just a matter if he wants to. That applies to
Yeah.
anybody. The link is in the description, of course, as per
Hmm.
usual.
Say yeah. But we can talk about it. But yes, this is the thing. You notice what the anime did. Remember, Delta came and destroyed Aura's hideout, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you notice when Code went to Boro's other hideout, which was in a very cold location, I don't know
Yeah.
where it was. Notice that the whole defensive they were at that time.
As in, well, who are you
Like
referring to
how
as
the
being defensive?
the guards who were fighting against Code,
Oh, sorry, my
who
bad. Yeah,
challenged
yeah.
Code. Yes, I think so. My thing is that I think the anime so the anime basically I think is alluding to this, like it's
Mm.
foreshadowing this scene in the anime, in the manga I should say, where yeah, because I'm saying to myself, I was saying to myself, if this is not the first time Code is going this organization, why would these soldiers attack him?
Hmm.
That was what that's what I was questioning. But now that the anime, we saw what Delta did.
Yeah.
I think it now brings that manga scene to life.
And
But
it's
answer code to answer code. Sorry,
yeah, I'm
mate.
seeing in college in the dorm, man. All right, fair enough. I know what that's like. No pressure, man. But just
Mm-hmm.
respect for being on all the same. But I get what you're saying,
Mm-hmm.
Akil. I guess it kind of put the Kara Otas on, I guess, on guard in from that perspective, I suppose. So there's definitely that. Um, how do you feel about like Sasuke getting a little push going forward right now?
He's getting a little push.
How do you
Could
feel
you
about him
explain further,
potentially
please?
getting? Because I could potentially see him trailing Kawaki at some point.
Oh, yeah, I could see him trailing Kawaki as well. To see what Kawaki is up to. Um, I'm sorry, Ko. I don't want Kishi to end Boruto because this is the thing. The same writer who wrote Akatsuki is the same writer who gave us characters like Obito and Tachi and all these characters. Trust me, I know Boruto is in good hands. That's all I would
Well,
say.
I can kind of understand where Cole's coming from because it's kind of like for all the good Kishi has done. It's like I think for the persons who are super critical of Naruto, it's like the end of the war arc just left a bad taste in person's mouths. And a lot of persons just see Boruto as continuing that bad taste. I think that's the core of the issue really when it comes on to persons who generally want Boruto to just call it a day on it. Just pull the plug. Stop this
Mm-hmm.
foolishness. So I think it comes down to that at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. That's true, and I think that there's so much more story to tell. I would be very disappointed if they were to just call it quits now because they open up a lot of worms, like a lot of cans.
Mm-hmm.
That if they were to end it now, it would be like, really? What about these issues?
Well,
I think you.
dressing board and just compelling as Naruto characters. Yeah, I can totally understand. And
That's true.
I think I've talked about this to death across a million and one videos.
Hmm.
The problem just stems from the fact that the Boruto era is the positives of it are split across so many mediums between the anime, the manga, and the
Hmm.
novels. If you were to really combine all the positives of everything, then I think Boruto would be like crazily amazing, but that's not really the case.
Hmm.
And even when I did that stream about what 2 months ago, I don't know if you remember that stream when I was saying like Boruto will always suck or something like that. And I feel like a lot
Hmm.
of
Yeah, I
persons saw
remember.
that stream initially, like it's just a title and thing, and just thought I was bashing Boruto. But I was basically just talking
Oh.
on behalf of the persons on if the
Hmm.
hate on Boruto was justified,
Yeah.
even though it's doing, objectively better right now. So yeah,
Hmm.
there's a lot of good genuine reasons why persons want Boruto to end, stemming from its what I would say rocky beginnings, kinda. Eh.
Oh, wait. By the way, By the way, I realized that because I realized that because they're in an era, a time of peace,
Mm-hmm.
that the ninjas would have been more at home. They would have been able to train their children properly.
Mm-hmm.
It's why you have the prodigies. I think that's some. I remember someone saying it. Say it. Watched the video and someone said it, and I was like, "Oh, that makes so much sense."
Well, yeah, that is a actual decent factor to consider.
Yeah, that makes so much sense because one, they wouldn't have to be prepared. And the thing about it is that the fact that Boruto could have just gone to him again Konohamaru in the middle of the night or early in the morning and asked him to teach him the Rasengan. It really just show you how much the era has changed.
Yeah, that's true. We have Cole saying he just
Because
wants Kishi to move on from the Naruto verse. It rough because I mean You see, the big thing is Kishi tried Samurai.
Mm,
Kishi tried Samurai 8, so that's the thing. So for him to come back into the Naruto verse now, that just relatively recent, it's been like what, about 10 chapters, 9 chapters since he came
mm.
back. So him moving on now, I highly doubt that. He's more
But
like gonna
yo,
see this through to the end.
mhm. One thing though, bro, like time is going to come where people are gonna start dead like fly, left, right, and center.
Bro, I am looking forward to it, honestly, because when Kishu
Mm-hmm.
decided to say, alright, yo, you know what? I'm just gonna start killing off persons left, right, and center.
Mm-hmm.
Now go normal.
Yeah, but yeah, but but to go back to the point, like in terms of it, Boruto,
Yeah.
cool. In terms of with Boruto, my I think it's as if we have this conversation every month.
Yeah.
My thing with Boruto,
Yo, the people probably tired. Like anybody that's probably like just like a casual view of the channel. It's alright. Let me guess what they're talking about this month. Oh, Boruto should end. Oh no, it shouldn't end. No, it's the same old business. People probably tired of
um,
hearing from us.
so
Shadow.
so we're gonna talk about things that are good. I'm loving how they're handling this arc. Like bro, you see how like all the room tense. Like you can like there's sometimes where like in the background just quiet. Everybody, the camera just close up on everybody's eyes, and it just like
We're talking
yo
about the
like
anime, right?
talking about the anime, and
Yeah,
I'm talking about the
bro.
anime version.
Last episode. Last episode, I don't know, man, but they're really doing the facial expressions with Amado, like justice. Like we just get this trollish vibe from him from the anime, and it's just great compared to the manga version. But not lie.
You know what? I can't wait. I can't wait to when the contract is signed, the paperwork is done, and he tells everybody, "Oh, it wasn't a bomb. It was a
That's
practice."
gonna be funny. Yeah.
Can't wait for that scene to be animated. I think it's gonna be animated the next. Is the next chapter is gonna be animated or no? It would be not next chapter, next episode. No, it will be the episode afterwards.
More
I
unlikely.
can't wait until I can't wait until that scene is animated.
It
And
just depends on how they
and
handle it still.
yo,
Depends.
so
Because if,
true.
if, if
Like
they give him, if they really just breathe life into the whole facial expressions and character acting, trust me, it's going to be fun. Because as I
mhm,
said, I had a blast with last week's episode, and yeah, but you know,
mhm.
anime just doing a model justice. But
Yes, they are.
yeah, trust me. But I funny enough, I still haven't watched the preview for next week's episode. But
Mhm.
any expectations for the remainder of the Kashin Koji versus Ishiki fight?
My thing is that I remember posting a comment. I was saying that I think that they're going to animate it to to the chapter to the manga.
One for
Don't
one.
I don't They might add, yeah, one for one. They might add a little scenes to it, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't think that they're going, because I remember I was saying it to you. This fight was too dangerously close. The big fight that everybody is can't wait to see was too
Mm-hmm.
dangerously close to this fight, or and that's why I believe that this fight would have probably been sacrificed. Not in terms of animation quality, but in terms of like the choreography and
And
so
thing.
forth.
Are just
Yes.
generally speaking adding extra stuff to it.
Added, yeah, just adding extra stuff to it, because this is the thing, like that fact that when he goes into Barian mode, remember, that wasn't a very was a it, when he went into Barian mode, it was very brief. It wasn't like it was, I think it was one chapter long, but it was like a couple of punches, a couple of kicks, and so forth. In the anime, best believe it, we're gonna see some
Yeah, man,
clips.
they're definitely gonna have to extend that more than like probably not
Yeah,
by
they have to
long,
extend
but
it.
definitely. Cole was saying Sanjay's supremacy. Hmm. What do you think he means by that?
I'm not sure. Yo, that ending, yes, I get, yeah, I get to talk to you about that ending. Yo, that ending, people are gonna ball, and
Yo,
that, I
listen, you
think
see,
person not
because
understanding the ending.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Talk, man.
I actually watched Naruto explains breakdown of the ending, and I mean, even, I didn't even have to watch it, but because it's obvious for a long time Naruto watcher, but as someone who reads the Boruto manga, but trust me, you see when that Baryon mode episode comes, and they add in the music and the atmosphere and the tone and the character acting. Trust me, I think it's gonna be something special because manga wise, it's like,
Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
short lived, yeah,
yeah.
so short lived.
So I
It's
am
really
looking
short
forward to
lived.
seeing how the anime thing handles things. We have Cole saying, "Do you think guys think Yuno will best Zenon?" Well, honestly, if the situation with Vonica and Dante is anything to go by, more than I feel Yuno will. But like how Anthony was saying here earlier in the stream, we're kind of hoping for a twist since this is the last member of the Dark Triad that's left because God knows I think the arc needs it.
Yes, it
honestly,
does badly.
honestly,
Badly, it
honestly.
needs it badly. Like for example, like maybe maybe Yunus Devil, maybe Yunus Devil and not Yunus Devil, Xenon's Devil and Yunan's Spirit Dive. Maybe they have some lineage or something like they have some when you remember when they did the Supreme Devil, the two Supreme Devil thing where they say how you create how you create two Supreme Devils. I'm wondering if they could do something where you Xenon's devil is related to the
I feel like you're
wind
confusing
spirit
stuff
or
here.
some the ancestor. My bad. The ancest or some ancestral thing between Xenon and remember
And
no,
you
it's a
know,
theory. Some ancestral cause trust me, but like to see getting clapped. Like it would just be so disappointing because for me, is my favorite Dark Triad member. Like he,
you
my
mean Zenon?
favorite
You're confusing the names, bro.
is Xenon. Yeah,
Yeah,
Xenon.
you're totally confusing the names
Said
tonight.
you said you know. I said yeah. I said you know.
Yeah.
My bad. Okay. Xenon is my favorite Dark Triad member, and I think I don't want him to go out like Homisi Vanica and when am I again? When
Dante.
am I again? Yeah, Dante. Although that way, Dante got never did too bad enough. But yeah, it would just be very disappointing.
Boy.
I want to see some twist there.
Let's see this mother. Possibility of Yuna and Zenon being related since Zenon has the same icon of Yuna. So is that really the case? I have to look back at that. I'll take your word for it, Cole. I mean, who knows? Could be the case, but I don't know. For me personally, I just think we need
Cole get
something.
the vision.
I
Gets the vision. You get
think
it.
we need something like
Do. I
because
don't want
right
it to be.
now, I'm tell you, we need to throw back in stuff with Morris back into the picture. That's one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this arc obviously from vengeance being taken till now, and the reveal of being a prince of the Spirit Kingdom. Obviously, in the grand scheme of things, this arc kind of set up to give that push in terms of character progression. So is like getting a twist in this fight with Zenon would be appreciated, but I still want to see what's going on outside with Meriliona as well because
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we not really
Yes.
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna give a very unpopular opinion.
Okay.
Actually, I actually think that the revenge grudge match between Mickey Killer and and the Silver family, I think it was too quick.
I actually have a
was
friend who
so
feels that
fast.
the fight that Megicula is still alive in the underworld anyway. So
No, I think she. No, I think she's alive as well. You know, I think a portion of her is still alive, but I just think that it was just too fast.
it's a piercing.
Like it was, yeah, it was like. I remember, you know, when this is being animated, and I think they normally do like 3 chapters per episode.
Three weekly chapters per episode is usually a sweet spot, honestly.
Yeah, but it was just so fast. Like it was just so fast paced. That's why I never. That's one of the criticisms that I have for. It's one of the criticisms that I have for this particular battle. Like it was just too quick. Like everything just happened.
Hmm.
Yes, they did a lot of setup. Yes, they had a lot of setup, like a lot of backstory and so forth. But it just felt like the Silver family just overwhelmed Monica, and
I can kind of understand, especially it seems since it kind of feels like the chapters of Black Clover. Uh oh, my bad, Cole. My bad. My bad. Um,
no, I don't
um,
know.
slip of the tongue there. But especially since it seems like the Black Clover chapters have been shorter in recent times, that doesn't really help.
But even if the chapters are shorter, like just quick.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Like,
If the chapters are shorter, then yeah, it's gonna feel like it's even going by quicker. So, so
it's
it's
just
just
quick,
really and
man.
truly that, really and truly that.
It's true.
But honestly,
But
at this point, man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really just waiting on the end of the arc. Honestly,
that's
because
true.
I want to
But
see
last
where
chapter,
Tabata takes the story from here.
mm, me too. I'm not gonna lie. Last chapter made me. I laughed. It was so funny. Like last chapter reminded me why I watch Black Clover or read Black Clover. Like
Yo.
the fact that Asta had Lolo in his hand naked, and like the way how Tabata drew it,
Yeah.
I was like,
It's like, man, look
bro,
how funny I didn't see anything. Yo, trust
I
me.
was like Tabata is, I was like Tabata is so yo, he's so in.
If
And then
there's one thing I will give Tabata, especially with Gaja's like just coming out and saying X and Y to lower Pichika, it's like I like that Tabata in terms of the cool cliche. Let's wait for X character to confess, or like you man just like flip that cliche and just make the man just come out and say X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? Something like that. Even like with of course the recent thing with Noel saying like, yeah, I like Asta. You know what I mean? So.
mm,
But yeah,
what
it was definitely a funny chapter.
and I love the panel. I love the panel where you saw everybody's facial expression, like everybody's eyes was wide
Like
open.
what?
It was so
Like what's
cool.
going on, dog?
It was so cool. I
It's
loved it.
ridiculous.
What else I love as well in that chapter? Like I loved also I love the fact that Nozel,
Yeah.
when Nozel was having an internal dialogue, like I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to really love Nozel's character. Like that's why I want him to die. Yes.
So messed up, but it is what it is.
Yes, it's so messed up. Um, I think Cole asked a question.
Yeah, you know what would be terrible if Noel confessed us and sub told us like Yo, I'd really consider dropping the manga if that happened. Yo, that would be Jano dog.
That would be
I,
sad.
I think that's why Tomato has kind of decided not to make Noel tell Asta yet because it probably even though it's kind of like a gag story thread kind of. I think he wants to resolve things between Asta and Sister Lily, that whole situation first before before anything else. Yes, I mean.
Mm,
So
yes,
just that.
yes.
But honestly, I have said it on stream multiple times before. the end of the arc, we need something with either going back to Yami's home country, something with Julius would be nice, or even getting stuff with the dwarves maybe, or I don't know what else could I be thinking of. I mean,
I just want the Devils to win. I want the bad guys to win.
I mean,
I
Cole
want them to win.
Akil has basically answered like what I was basically saying. Like having the Devils kind of turn a decent portion of the continent into hell, literally, would be an ending I'd be all up for. It would be incentive for them to leave the continent and go elsewhere because I mean, again, we're on just this one continent. We can go elsewhere, so it'd be a nice incentive to go elsewhere. Of course, start exploring like probably could start tying in, of course, other races like that. Probably it's a case where, of course, naturally, I'm big on going back to Yami's home country, of course, but start tying things in between, the dungeons, how they were constructed, the dwarves, maybe. There's some little plot points, even with the whole devil story arc, that still need to be resolved. Like, for example, like Lick's Grimoire getting into the position of Lucita, and I still find it very coincidental that she finds Libe right after that. Very coincidental. Little stuff like that I think Tabata can really explore. So yeah. Yo, listen, they can't kill off Yamiko. No.
No, that's what I was saying. I don't think that's wait. Cole said that he would love that.
William can go on, yeah, but Yami, nah.
No, I don't want him to kill William.
Really?
Listen to me. You can't just hype up a character like William at the start of the series and then just kill him off the way you have. Like William not even have his redemption. Like people still literally have a thing against William because of the elf arc. Like,
That's true. Who knows? Maybe it's a case where he could use his world trees, Yggdrasil, our world tree magic. And probably it's a case where, okay, the devils are overrun the continent. William does something to buy time for everybody else to leave, maybe. I don't know.
But as I said before, and also another person who Nozel's death would affect narratively would affect Fungolian. Like it would literally affect Fungolian. Yeah. Yes, and that's the thing. These are the characters that I would want to die. I want Nozel to die.
Yeah.
I would want Mary Leona. No problem.
Alright, sorry about that. That's Mother Dearest checking in.
That's fine.
Yeah, so
so I was saying I want Nozel to die.
Yeah.
I want Sierra Leona to die. I want Charlotte to die. I want her to die, and on her deathbed, she literally confessed her love to Yami. So I think Cole is saying that he needs William gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel it was more so William, honestly. I don't know how much influence or impact the character pools have on Tabata's, decision making when it comes on to keeping characters alive or not. But since Yami is like consistently top 2, if I'm basing it on that, I think it's more so William gonna die, and having him sacrifice himself and tying that back into I think it would be a good move because, as I said before, this arc kind of like to some degree the backbone of it kind of deals with pushing Yuno as a character. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, and so Nozel, Mary Leona, Arlette, and Langris. I want Langris to
Langers.
die in such a way that Langris. I want Langris to die in such a way where he protects his brother, his older brother.
Hmm.
Yes. What you saying?
Ah.
So can ain't died
Nah,
anytime
anytime
soon.
soon. Guess we'll see how
I
it
want him to
goes.
die. But
You
yeah, those are the
tripping?
four characters. Those are the four characters that I want to die. So, Nozel, Mira Leona, Charlotte,
Yeah.
Langris. Yeah. And I want a Black Bull member to die, but I just can't pick which one yet.
It's kind of rough because when I really think about it, Gray, and not all the Black Bulls are here, are they?
I think it's only the poison guy that is not there. I think Gray will be there soon.
Huh. I guess the rest of the arc is going to more like depend on how Tabata uses the rest of the Black Bulls as well. So guess we'll see how that
Mhm.
goes. Yeah.
As I said before, I remember I was speaking to you privately. Like I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it play out similar to Lord of the Rings,
Mm-hmm.
where you have the Lord of the Rings, where you have this darkness,
Mm-hmm.
like you have these dark devils or so forth terrorizing the entire world. Different nations who were enemies before having to be allies in order to beat up the devils. That's I said before. That's why I see this series being prolonged.
It depends on how. You see, the thing is, because on this one continent we just have Speed, Heart, Clover. What else am I missing? Diamond. So it just depends on how
Diamond.
the intercontinental, I guess, political landscape, if I want to be all sophisticated with it, is when it comes on to that, isn't it?
Mm.
And then, I mean,
Yeah,
granted, it. I mean, Tabasa can really extend the series, because when I really think about it, if they go to other continents, he can more than introduce. I mean, we already have key sensing and all that, but he can start introducing like a bunch of other power systems, really. Because I get the impression that the
mm,
whole magic and mana wasn't like something like, for example, like when Yami came to the Clover Kingdom, it didn't seem like he was like privy or like used to things like mana and magic. I could be wrong if I'm remember it incorrectly. Let me
mm,
know, but I get that
mm.
impression.
Because he was using his sword.
Yeah.
It could be that the other continents prioritize like use other forms of magic, like for example, sword-based magic. Um, Maybe I have like persons who use like arrow magic, like those
No,
bow and
I'm
arrows.
not. I'm not putting it like that. I don't mean like using different types of magic. More like will be a given, but as in it's like how you have like the magic system, and then you have that Yami also can sense and well, they can't really manipulate ki, but they can sense key sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically two
Mm-hmm.
separate power systems that. So I'm saying probably you can develop the key thing. Not saying turn it into like a Dragon Ball kind of thing, but I'm saying there's a possibility we could see like different
Mm-hmm.
defensive and offensive power systems when going to other continents.
Okay. Alright.
Cool, just a pressure me tonight, so
Amazing.
yes I mean.
um, my my question to you, another question to you, like I said before, yes. I think the one plot twist though that would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would literally just throw the series on its entire head
Mm-hmm.
if the Wizard King
Mm-hmm.
if he was to like he probably was like plotted with not do like to do something that it's not sinister, but it's like they did all of this probably break down the classism that was taking place in the Kuva Kingdom. So basically, like, destroy a kingdom and build it back up a more
Mm,
equal manner. Like in terms of that would be an interesting plot twist if that was to happen.
I don't know how I feel about that, honestly. But I do want to see Julius involved more, but I don't know how I feel about that one. I have to see. I don't know. Yeah, for real. I don't know how I feel about that one. Mm.
That's fine. I don't know. My thing is that the thing is I just need them to give us something like just like all the plot. But I wouldn't say that it was even a plot twist as well, no, because now what I'm really looking back at it, like Lit and William they look too close. Like the character designs were like too similar.
Mm-hmm.
So so persons could the signs were showing that William was basically, but I think probably like the reveal that William like Lit was using William's body, that
Yeah.
was a little bit more easy to digest. But like I think other than from that plot twist, like I don't see any other plot twist for Black Clover to say. They need something like something jaw dropping.
Exactly. It needs something, bro. Honestly. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna have to wait to see how this fight with Yuno goes down. I think the arc after this should be a civil war, political conflict, a small scale conflict with a low narrative focus, more on the characters, making about devils at the end of the. Yeah, alright, I could work with that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm still big on them just leaving the continent, but I could definitely work with
Mm-hmm.
that.
That's
Um,
true.
what I will say is that to kind of move away from Black Clover for a bit. I did bring up
Correct.
Mushoku Tensei earlier in the stream. You haven't checked that out, have you?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, it's a seasonal anime.
Okay.
Um, so far I think it's about only 11 or 12 episodes, and more episodes are coming in October. It's based on a light novel.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'd highly recommend it. Highly
Okay.
recommend it. I'm
Thank you.
trying to wiggle my toes in some other other anime instead of just sticking to the conventional what I'm doing right now. So
Mm-hmm.
I've even started this other one called VV Florets Eye. So and I'll kind of diversify the portfolio, as a friend of mine would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yami dying would be jaw dropping. Yeah, but honestly, like I don't know, man. Like Yami, I feel like it's too big of a character. That alright, if Yami is going to
But
die, probably later on in the series.
I still come back.
Yeah, man. Sanjay approved. Later on in the series, honestly, it's kind of like how and this is crazy. It's kind of like how this guy at work, he was saying like, "Yo, he doesn't see Kishi killing off Naruto." I'm saying like I don't really see it
Um,
either, but if it's going to happen, then it's
mhm.
going to be later on, much later on, probably like second to last arc, maybe. So I would say the same thing for Yami. If he's going to die, probably second to last arc, or at least when they go back to his home country, if nothing else. So
yeah, I'm back.
yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
I'm back.
Yes,
I
I
was
was
saying
saying that
another
it
yeah.
would make sense if Yami is going to die. It would be, I think it'd be better suited later on in the series.
Is yeah, but on another note,
Mm-hmm.
I think I just want to talk about writing in general.
All
So
right.
I remember when I was attending UE, um, when I was attending UE, and I did a philosophy course. It was
Mm-hmm.
a first year course, the philosophy of ethics,
Yeah.
um, ethics and applied ethics. I remember I had a friend in the class. Well, not really a friend, but someone who talked good and everything.
Yeah.
and he was doing literature because he wanted to write. So at that time, I was like, why is it that you are doing literature and you're doing philosophy courses? I don't get it. But
Mm-hmm.
having watched the Boruto series, Black Clover, I'm starting to see why would have to do philosophy courses in their writing program.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to see it. Because if you notice, like the whole issue of Kawaki is going back to which other which thing Kantism is not Kantism,
I'm not
but it's
really
going
versed
back
with
to it's
philosophy
going back to
myself.
that no problem, but it's going back to that philosophical debate of whether or not you kill one in order to save all, you sacrifice all in order to protect one.
Mm.
Like that is a theme I see. That's a theme. That's a philosophical dilemma I see being addressed in Boruto.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think?
Personally, I was looking at it from more of a psychology kind of aspect, especially since they mentioned what was it last chapter, the chapter
Mm,
before, that Kawaki's obsession, his I guess father complex, is is apparently a
mm.
thing. So and apparently it just goes way beyond just the love for a father. So I was kind of looking at it from a more so a psychological aspect rather than a philosophical aspect. So yeah, but of course there could be some I guess intersection middle ground between the two disciplines, for lack of a better term.
Mm.
So again, I feel like it's just coming back down to I still just need more information on what Kawaki's doing before I even make any
Mm.
crazy assessments.
But then, but my thing is that I hope and I know that anime is gonna correct it,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not seeing this craziness that Amado is talking about. I think that's the
Mm,
thing with the Boruto manga. Like it just showing you like a picture, like a snapshot of the entire story. Because I hope the anime build on it, like just to show us Kawaki's intense like devotion to Naruto.
yeah.
Because as far as I'm seeing, because as far as I'm seeing it from the anime's perspective, not anime, from the manga's perspective, I'm not seeing that intense devotion that Amado is talking about. So
Mm.
when so when I was reading that in the manga, I was interpreting it as Amado playing mind games with Shikamaru.
5D chess.
But Amado, yeah, but the thing about it is like, but the thing about that I think the problem is that the mangaka is improving because like it's like I think the manga is just so limited in terms of the amount of panels that it gives us each month.
Mm-hmm.
Ko was saying that Naruto's philosophical themes better than Boruto's.
I mean, the themes at play, I would agree. The themes at play, yeah, better than Boruto. Of course, Boruto, we know we're dealing with like technology, modernization, tradition versus, I guess, technology, old school versus new school, parenting and stuff like that. But again, it's just that since, again, everything is so
William,
scattered. We have William. Oh, God, man.
join us, William.
It's just that since again the positives are so scattered, it's like because all right, I've been watching Roger's Beast's Naruto watch through
Hmm?
series. I don't know if you subscribe or if you watch any of what Roger's Beast videos.
Nope.
Um yeah, he's a One Piece YouTuber, but he's been getting into Naruto, and it's basically in the war arc now. Um
Hmm?
and I remember like when he just started and we are going back through the Land of Waves arc, and I'm saying, yo, it's been forever, but Land of Waves is such a damn good arc. And it's
Yep.
like I'm comparing it to like Boruto. I'm like, yo, I I don't know if it's Roger's reaction to it, but I haven't gotten that. I don't think I've gotten that in Boruto. So.
Nope. Nope.
Yo,
William,
cool for sure. William, what's up, man?
Good night. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, man, we can hear you. Cole, can you hear William? That's the next question. Well, let us know in the chat there.
Is there echo from? Are you guys hearing an echo from you guys?
No.
Okay.
no, not to my knowledge.
Yeah.
So what's up, man? What's poppin'?
How long has this stream been going on for? All?
For an hour and 43 minutes.
Okay, I was doing stuff, but I'm good. The real reason I came in is because, like, I'm gonna be honest, Jeds. What is it with people? Oh, wait, my phone may be cutting out. You can hear me?
Yeah, man, I can hear you, bro.
Okay. Why? Listen, I'm a Naruto fan. I'm a Shippuden fan. I'm a Boruto fan.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that I like a lot of stuff in Boruto.
Yeah.
More than Shippuden, really. Not Shippuden, than original Naruto.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I say that is because it's been so long since Naruto came out. The best arcs in Naruto to me original is what people even remember and talk about. Yes, Land of Waves. But I don't even think that arc was good. The parts with Zabuza and Haku were good. But some of the stuff in between was meh. Other than that, there's the forest arc. This stuff with the exams was cool. The forest arc, honestly, it had some also in between forgettable episodes other than the Sasuke Orochimaru. Like, let's be honest, what do you guys really remember from the forest except the Sasuke Orochimaru, the Song Village stuff?
Well, of course, the Sasuke Orochimaru, of course, curse mark
Then
activation.
The actual tuning exam fights, people remember from that mostly is the Gara versus Rockley. Most people don't remember anything else from that. Then the Gara versus Sasuke and the invasion.
No. The Hinata versus the Hyuga fight was really intense. Yes, it was.
Do you really remember much from that?
No, I did. No, that fight was
slap, and slap. Okay, I'm just being silly, but yeah, that was a decent one to do.
Neji's struggle is cool. The most after that is Naruto beating Neji, and then the invasion and stuff. The invasion, the Sasuke retrieval. Here's a thing I've realized. Like, people criticize, for example, Boruto for having young ninja, even though we know that a lot of them are stronger individually or together, stronger than adults in the series. But how come I don't think I've ever seen any of you actually talk about this? How come nobody calls out the fact that the guys in the Sasuke retrieval arc beat basically Jonin level ninja who were enhanced by ninja science tech by Orochimaru, and at the end of the day they still lost to, well, if you have to say like a boxing match trading off, more of the villains lost or got taken down or stopped by basically Genin and Chunin, and nobody really talks about that. But when Boruto, who we all know genetically and he still trains and stuff, should be able to beat most adult ninja, I find it when nobody calls that out. If you get what I'm saying.
Can I answer
like,
that?
Alright, go ahead,
like
Anthony.
The song for? Yeah, the song for being beaten, even if they did beat like Choji and stuff, the fact that Choji still KO'd or helped to contribute to beat dudes and some of the others, nobody calls that out and thinks it's kind of uh, Genin,
And
Chunin beating Jonin level ninja.
one thing I have to address, and the exception of the bone guy, I don't remember his name.
Kimimaro.
Kimimaru,
Kimimaro.
yeah. I wouldn't consider the Sound 4 to be Jonin level.
You
The
wouldn't consider
tuning,
them to be
the
Didn't
Jonin?
they
tune,
didn't they
tuning
beat a
level
group of
max, but
Jonins?
not Jonin
If I'm
level.
not mistaken, if I'm not remembering correctly, but didn't they
Oh,
beat
no,
a
no,
group of
no, no.
Jonins that were
The
sent after them?
Jonins made it very clear. Made it very clear that the Jonins were coming off of a mission. That they weren't operating at full capacity or full power or at minimum. They weren't. They said that they were tired from the mission that they came from when they fought the Sound 4. That was very clear. But I would not say that the Sound 4 is Jonin level. I'd say
Really?
tuning level. Yeah, tuning level tops.
Okay, so them
Even
using
even
the
even
full power
even
of the
with their
course
curse smart
marks,
level 2 states?
you you wanna call that high Jonin level?
No, because if you call that high Jonin level, then what would you call what you call Timari and her brother at that age? You'd say that
Nah,
Timar
they I think you could tell they were definitely tuning level. But like what is his name? Um Kenemaru, whatever his name is, the spider guy. With
bone
the
guy,
with
the
with
bone,
the
yeah, he
amount of
was.
power, not Kimimaru, this the one with the spider, his name is similar, but the abilities he showed and when he used the full power of the Cosmark summoning the giant spider, you think that is tuning level?
Of course, that's tuning level. And
Nah, I don't,
well,
nah.
well, I guess we
Oh,
can
it's
probably
Kidomaru
agree on that
based on
Okay,
because
okay.
co-spirit is saying. Yeah, Kidomaru. Kido.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Okay, so the one who Choji fought, right? Choji was able to cause him to
Remember,
lose, die.
wait, quick question, just to
Uh-huh.
address something, tuning level is like Kakashi and Asuma and those type
I
of
to
persons,
to be honest, I would argue that Kakashi has
But
been Kage level
remember,
for the longest while.
Ka-
So
Kakashi,
Alright, let's say
remember,
Asuma then.
Kakashi was appointed and made a Jonin at 13, 12, 13, based on his intelligence and skill level. Now, we could say that they want at the skill level and intelligence of Kakashi at their age, but their power though. I
yeah,
mean, Naruto would be considered a Hokage level character, or
Because
Jonin level at 16, mainly based on his power.
I agree to
Naruto
that.
at 16, 17 wasn't the most intelligent. He learned via training and just like how he fights with his trickery and skill. But he would really just be considered Chunin and Jonin level based on his power. If Naruto did not have the nine tails in him, he would have lost to Pain. Well, he lost to Pain without accessing the power, and he would lose to most characters
And
without the
and we
nine
agree with
tails.
that. Agree
Huh?
to that. I agree to that.
So I
feel
think
like
Naruto is only
me figure up some popcorn. I'm gonna debate it out.
no, because
No man,
I I feel that Naruto is really is only considered really a Jonin level because of the nine tails. So basically, what I'm saying is Naruto's nine tails to me make him that level, that powerful
Mm-hmm.
over
and then
everybody else because of the training he put in to master the power. So this song 4 with the power of the Cosma they had. So wait, let me ask you this.
mhm,
All those characters who had that level of control and power from the course mark
mhm,
to enter the course mark
mhm.
state and that great power boost, you wanna call them Johnny level?
No, I wouldn't call him Jonin level because remember I know Jonin level
Mhm.
is like you're talking about Kakashi, Asuma, um,
So wait,
wait,
you
wait,
think 1-on-1? each of them wouldn't have a high chance of beating Asuma.
1-on-1? No, they wouldn't beat
Just like
Asuma.
how he
Only
right.
Kidamar, not Kidamar. Only as I said before, only the bone guy.
Nah, I honestly
He's a
think
joning
the
level.
Spider guy had a high chance against
No, no.
Asuma. I don't think Asuma would stand a chance. Asuma has his Ash and Fire ability, cool, but with the stuff we saw those guys do, I don't think Asuma would
I
like
I think
in
But
Shippuden. In
I th-
Shippuden, we saw Asuma killing like random ninja, and some of them probably were Jonin, but I would say each of the song for individually chorus one-on-one Asuma, and it could go either way.
I think
But okay.
yeah,
But
Jonin.
what I'm really getting at was that people criticize Boruto, for example. It took Boruto, Mitsuki, and Sarada to beat Deeper,
deeper,
and they
which I didn't
had
have
to
a problem with.
train. They had to train, they had to learn new powerful jutsu to do it. It's understandable how they beat him, but nobody calls out the fact that Neji, Choji, and the others
But the thing about it,
were able to beat the song for basically one on one. Some of them stall them out, beat them, KO them. Either way, they prevented them from going
oh,
on, and
it's
nobody
only
ever
two.
calls that out.
Alright, let me hear
Two.
what
No,
Anthony
it's
has
only
said.
two.
William, give him some time to talk
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Only two of them really took on the Sound 4 1-on-1. As in, not took on, but beat the Sound 4 1-on-1. It's only Choji and Neji. If you notice in that battle between
Kiba and
in that
something that
battle
Kiba
between
lost basically, and then Shikamaru
yeah,
lost too.
Kiba lost and Shikamaru was not, yeah, Shikamaru basically lost. And if you look at Choji's battle, Choji had to take food pills. Food pills they could have considered as scientific ninja tools, and he took a lot of food pills to the point where he could have killed him. He could have poisoned him. And then you look at Neji. You look at Neji. Neji was so beaten up. Like like they had to. You remember when Shizune, they had to like replenish his tissues, his cells, and so forth. They did the sealing juice that allow his tissues to multiply, his cells to multiply rapidly. Like, so it's not like they did it with little to no difficulty. They did it with high difficulty, and you could say it came down. They won based on strategy or outside help. But the thing about it, the fact that um the Soul Ninjas were just were able to come and just wipe them up so easy. That for me suggests that they're not Jonin level. They're not Jonin level. They're tuning level, but not Jonin level. The only one is as I said before, the Bone Guy. To me, the Bone Guy is like low Kage level, because
Mm,
if he wasn't sick, the low Kage level. Because remember, Gara was a Kage candidate when he was fighting him.
no, I'm good with you
Gara
putting
literally, and
Kimemaru at low Kage, but alright. So for me personally, if I can get my 2 cents out there, for the Zone 4,
problem.
I would say low tier Jonin at least. I don't think I would put him at Chunin. Reason being is that I would already consider characters like Neji. Like for example, Neji is easily, if Boruto is clapping Chunin level based on what Kakashi is saying in early Boruto, Neji is at least mid tier Chunin already in terms of like skill and power. And if he's defeating these guys on high tier, well, high difficulty, they have to at least be like low tier, Jonin. But the difference in, that last minute or this last minute decision or outside help is like that little thing that kind of makes up the difference between the tiers in terms of how you would rank them. So, yeah. That's my 2 cents at least.
Okay, like for example, like Asuma's daughter currently in Boruto is a Chunin.
Mm-hmm.
Like, would you say she has a fair chance of taking on any of the Song 4 and winning?
Based on what I've
Yep.
seen from her, no. Based on what
Yeah.
I've seen, I don't think so.
Uh-huh.
The
Okay.
thing,
Uh-huh.
Thing is, and this the thing is, and this is I think what has to be emphasized as well. Like it's not also not only the strength as well, the matchups as well.
Yeah, the matchups is crucial
The
too.
matchups are very yeah the matchups are very crucial. So I can understand where you guys say that in matchup wise Asuma's daughter right now would have probably had an issue. But my thing is that we don't even know how strong. Um, I think the only female in the Zone 4. We don't know how strong. Can we really honestly compare her
Oh wait, hold on.
genjutsu?
All right, respect code. Thanks for tuning in. I mean, we probably have half an hour left anyway, so but respect.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, as you were saying, Anthony.
Can we really measure her genjutsu skills with Mirai genju
Well,
her genjutsu skills?
I mean, at the end of
well,
the day, we can only
from what
judge based
we've
on what we've seen
seen,
from the characters now. So it's just
from what
it's
we've
just that.
seen, comparing both, like that is how a lot of people like to do versus battles. Yeah, you just have to look at what the characters have done, what info, what we know they can do, even if we haven't seen them do something, like we know they can do something based on something else. I
Yeah.
would say the girl with the flute would definitely destroy Mirai. Because also again we have to really remember, because back then it was a more war based time, and Mirai right now is in a more peaceful time, and she's only gotten a few serious like missions, like with the Jashin cult and stuff.
Yeah.
But the main reason I really came in is because like I always see the whole thing, people comparing between Boruto and Naruto, and yes, sequel series and all that. But it's like comparing Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z. Yes, they're in the same universe. Yes, it's a part of the same story, but Dragon Ball Z goes so far more into the lore and different stuff from Dragon Ball, which I heard was more comedic. And they're basically, yeah, they're part of the same canon, but it's so different.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I mean, I think it just comes down to the whole execution at the end of the day and how, like, you know, the different story arcs really vibe with
yeah.
people in terms
But
of their
I would
execution.
say, like, for me, it's like Shippuden. Then I would say a lot of the stuff I've seen in Boruto, I really like, and I would say Boruto and Naruto for me around the same area. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
the only thing is, like, I like the series, so I followed on with Boruto from the beginning. And yes,
Yeah.
some of the arcs were slow and dragged a little, and some of the first few episodes were but that's how they were setting up the wall and getting from point A to point B. So I understand. And now I'm getting older. I probably wouldn't enjoy at all going back and watching those episodes. A younger person probably wouldn't mind, or
Yeah.
someone who goes in fresh into the series. And that's because yeah, it was basically like to get a new audience into the world, and as the series goes along, you get to the more darker and darker stuff. So in that way, a lot of people in the future would enjoy Boruto who never saw Naruto,
Mm-hmm.
um which is cool. And I would say like there are few stuff I really enjoy from it, like the Sumire fight at the end of the first arc, the stuff with Sarada and Sasuke, some
Keeping up with
stuff
the
from the
Uchihas.
Mist arc, yeah. The stuff with Mitsuki, some of the stuff from the movie arc, some stuff from the Mitsuki retrieval arc, because yeah, some of the episodes were slow, but it had some really cool fights, and like the lore and stuff with Mitsuki and Onoki and him dying.
Yeah, that's a big
Um,
thing since Anoki died in that arc.
the Jugo arc, I really didn't care much about it. Yeah, it started off slow. But the best thing from that was the fight and like them stopping like the virus spread. That was cool, but it had some dragging. After that, they had some. It's mostly like you could say it's more filler arcs after that to flesh it out more so it wouldn't catch up and like do some story beats, which was okay, but I didn't really like some of the episodes until they got to the like the Urashiki stuff. That was cool. I like that there they got back more into the story. A lot of people dislike the time slip arc, but
I mean, Sasuke is a meme arc.
I don't mind that because for one, I understand that Sasuke is not one of the strongest characters. At that point, he was the second strongest ninja, but he wasn't the strongest. He isn't even honestly. If Naruto and him went full out, Naruto would win. Naruto, he's not an Uzumaki, and Urashiki's ability to steal chakra is hacked. So I understood why Sasuke got L there.
Yeah.
And the whole thing with people like complaining with like Naruto and Boruto beating him. If you paid attention, the dude's own ability whipped him with the whole toad stuff. So thanks to Jiraiya, so he only lost by a combination of Jiraiya, who is a Hokage candidate, Naruto and the Nine Tails chakra, Boruto, who I would say is high tuning level at that point, and
Um.
Sasuke.
Fair enough, but I think white person, I think white persons are so disappointed, even though with those, and that's an all-star lineup. I'm not gonna lie, but I think white persons are so iffy on Urashiki losing there is that since when they at least attempt to do the scaling and say, oh, but wait, if I scale this guy should be like way stronger than Madara, and it's like they're saying,
Oh, whoa, whoa! I now do
the one is
now
like
like which version of Madara?
I'm just
Which
like
version of Madara
that
though?
went up against the five Kage. Um, so I think persons are like thinking, but if I put Madara in this situation, I can't necessarily see him losing. Yes, so may I say, Anthony?
Like
And I hear what you're saying, but I just have to point out, guys, like them, them do Urashiki dirty. another Ota, another Otsutsuki mentioned that they didn't mention. I was like when I saw it in the
but
episode.
yeah,
I,
I
I was
don't see
like, oh snap!
Oroshiki. I don't see Oroshiki beating some of the highest characters if he catches them off guard like he does. Because that's the thing, he's a more trickster character, and he
Yeah.
only got serious when he started getting fudged up. That is the thing. Straight if Oroshiki straight on like fought like let's say the first Hokage, and the first Hokage didn't know about his abilities, he could catch him off guard and probably get the first Hokage. But if
Yeah.
the Force knew about his abilities and stuff, I don't see him beating the Force, Madara, Naruto. Remember, he only got Sasuke because he caught him off guard. And once he caught Sasuke off guard, once Sasuke was on the L from that.
Yeah, but I can. The thing is, I can understand why people cuss. I can understand why people are upset. True. Like, those are the dream team. Dream
Mm.
team shouldn't be able to beat Urashiki
You
comfortably.
really think so?
No, I don't
I,
think they should.
I mean, alright, even the
Actually, I
fact
can see
that
why persons
Urashiki
are
was fighting before Sasuke even lost his chakra and still can't find it. But lols. But the fact that he was going up against Gara and Sasuke before and seemingly holding his own. I mean, I think that says a lot in terms of how strong he is.
What was he really holding his own, or was he just dodging attacks?
Well, we didn't really get to see the full
he was
fights.
yeah, we never saw the full fight. But
Mhm.
He was dodging attacks for the
But
most
there's a
part.
Amaterasu literally across the battlefield, so
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's the thing. As an Ontosuki, he could absorb chakra, and he was pretty fast. And again, he's a more trickster character, so he was dodging attacks. If the fight prolonged again, if Boruto didn't come there and like distract Sasuke, I see Oroshiki would have to run because that's the thing. He had to just keep catching people off guard, stealing their chakra to power himself up,
it was
and
My
Um,
thing is,
go ahead, Anthony.
it yeah. My thing is, it was really a asshole. Not lie. Is why I say it's, why I'm so blunt in saying that is
Mm.
he's an Otsutsuki,
A,
and
a question.
and he's not as
You
strong.
think Urashiki is on the same level as Kinshiki?
No, he's not on the same level as
Mm.
Kid. He's not on the same level as Kinshiki. However, he is an Otsutsuki, and the way how he drop out. When I mean drop out, I mean the way how he lost and died. I can understand why persons would have been upset.
I think what
But
adds to the frustration, and I want you guys to remind me of how this works, but I think it's the fact that he had what Rinnegan and the special Rinnegan ability. What was his
yes,
Rinnegan ability again? This whole time do over thingy. What was that about again?
Um, he let me see what I can remember because I remember people were complaining about, oh my goodness, it looks like they are using over the budget. When in fact his Rinnegan ability was that he was like reliving old moments. I think there's another reason why he was keep avoiding attacks because you would use an attack against him and he would use his eye to like experience the moment and then
yes,
go back to before the attack, before the moment, while
Mm-hmm.
experiencing it. So that's how like
mhm,
Jiraiya's poison affected him because he kept
Yeah.
basically avoiding and doing over those attacks to avoid them over and over. So to try and beat them. So he kept getting himself exposed. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And
So it
then the
was like he was
yeah,
teleporting, he was like manipulating time
time
and
reality.
still being
Yeah.
affected. Yeah.
And then it's the fact that
So
he
I
ate his
but
own eyes
still,
and evolved, and it's really crazy.
and the fact that when they beat him, he was at a evolved stage as well. Like he think that as well.
well, I
Never
understand how
really.
he got beat there because now that we know they can absorb natural energy, so Sasuke's Kirin he couldn't absorb that and he was being attacked by Boruto and Naruto at the same time. So that hit him and then boom. Which
It,
which
Yeah,
actually
but
when you
still,
think about it, it makes sense since they can absorb like natural fire and lightning and stuff.
no, the Kirin
Unless
thing
he
is alright for me,
uh,
but
and unless he dodged the Kirin and he was already getting, it's kind of like the same thing with Momoshiki. Like Sasuke took out the Rinnegan and then Boruto used the vanishing Rasengan and
yeah,
he at
but
yeah,
last
because
minute,
it's basically the same in terms of how much shock I was pouring into Rasengan, but
you know.
I don't
So
know,
like
man.
he was being, yeah,
It's just the
he
fact
was
he
being
lost
like,
to them. It just leave a bad taste now in my mouth
question.
personally.
Is the father son Rasengan more powerful than a normal Rasengan since it's the chakra from both two family members being
Well,
amped by the 19?
we're talking about the one against Momoshiki, right? Yeah. Well, obviously father son.
No,
Um,
against Urashiki. Well, in
um,
general, and if I'm not mistaken, Boruto also activated the Jogan when he did that. So
eh, it's hard to say.
to me, it makes sense. I could see why some people are annoyed, but the real reason I really liked that arc was the interaction between Naruto and Boruto
Yeah, no,
and
well,
Boruto
no,
and
that's the
Neji.
best part of the arc. Like just the interactions between the characters. Yeah, that's the best part. Even like with young Naruto and Sasuke, easily best
Yeah,
aspects of the
yeah,
arc. But just that because
yeah.
alright,
And
for
after,
example, would
and
you say
yeah,
Urashiki is
uh-huh.
stronger than Toneri?
Who?
Would you say Urashiki is stronger than Toneri?
Toneri
I
without
wouldn't
the
say that.
Tetsugan?
Yeah, with Tenseigan and chakra mode. Yeah.
Nah,
No,
nah.
no.
If Urishiki again, you so this is without Urishiki catching him off guard with the sealing
Yeah.
jutsu or
Yeah.
without the rod, right?
Mhm.
This is
Mm-hmm.
just like a straight up fight.
Yeah.
Nah, Urashiki ain't winning that, bro.
Mm.
And then if you think about
Yeah.
it, Naruto beat Toneri without being like in the full cloak while he was using the Tetsugan. He just
Yeah,
channeled all the chakra
it
into
didn't
his
use any
punch.
six parts powers. It just
Nah, I
now it was on
Urashiki ain't
Sage mode.
beating Toneri. Or Urashiki ain't beating Toneri without a sealing jutsu or catching him off guard. And that is the
Mm-hmm.
thing. Urashiki mainly caught people off guard. He was to me
Yeah.
the weakest of the three.
No,
Together,
he
if
was
like
the
if
weak.
you fought them all together, you would lose.
Yeah, yeah.
He was, yeah. It was very clear that he was the weakest. It was very clear that he was the weakest of the
And
three.
Kinshiki still lost against, was it even all the five Kage? Or was it like two or three?
Or I no, I think
Sasuke used
it
what,
was
like
twice.
Shidori and his sword, and then the Tsuchikage sealed him.
Yeah. That is the actual thing if you realize, you know. If the Otsutsuki does who have a natural hacks ability, like shrinking or like they can normal or teleport easily, if you catch them off guard too and are able to seal them, or just use straight up like taijutsu, and if you're strong enough, you could do really you could beat them.
Yeah, the only ones I would say the exception is just Kaguya and Ishiki, because in terms of like hand to hand
And
physically,
Momoshiki,
Well,
Momoshiki, and Momoshiki.
Otsutsuki not naturally are stronger than humans in the story, right? Physically. If you
hmm
look at how the karma works too, because the karma amplifies the host, making them stronger too. So naturally, the Otsutsuki to me should be stronger than the average human
well,
because
yeah,
if I'm
naturally.
not like when Momoshiki entered it's the stage, he kicked Naruto like how far and stuff. Yo.
That was
So yeah,
ridiculous.
as long as you get to seal them and stuff. Oh, was since this is the Enamon stream, I like the last chapter like explained like a lot like
Yeah,
how
like
Kaguya,
yeah, in
how
retrospect,
Kaguya could
a lot of persons
yeah.
have been saying it and they've been spamming it to me to say in retrospect, it explains X, Y, and Z. So I remember
Well,
replying to somebody that even if Kishimoto didn't think of that when he came up with the Otsutsuki initially, I don't want to say it's a retcon, but if it's something he came up with now, it's like
that
to kind of
that's
re-explain stuff, then fine.
one thing about the anime community. Like I'm gonna say something here. A lot of people may not like.
Go on,
Like
go on.
is it that a lot of people in the anime community, manga community, like have come off like self-absorbed or full of themselves or something? Because the reason I'm saying that is because unless the story is over, the writer can put in whatever to explain something from the past, as long as it doesn't
Exactly.
contradict or anything, but
Mm-hmm.
explains and adds to the story. Because One Piece is still going on.
Mm-hmm.
If in 100 chapters they say, "Oh, this is why Luffy in episode 1 did this," or "This is why that happened," is it retconning or not? They finally explain something in the
I mean, if
story.
it's not contradicting anything, or yeah, then it wouldn't be a retcon.
It wouldn't be no. It's just that I hear people all the time. Not even on Naruto alone. Oh my goodness, is this a retcon? Blah blah. My dudes, you're not the authors. You're not the ones telling the story. Again, as long as it doesn't go against
Exactly.
something established, the writers are. It's like with Game of Thrones. The story isn't done. The dude hasn't even written the last book yet, as far as we know, finished it.
It's not even
Um,
that. It's not even that, because I was going to say I think one example that came to mind was the whole fusion thing with the Potara in Dragon Ball. With the whole, well, you watch Super, don't you, William?
yeah, that
Yeah, the
it's supposed
Potara
to be
quote unquote
prominent. It's supposed to
yeah.
be prominent, but
Personally,
if you use God motif
I never
something.
really saw it as a retcon personally, even though everybody says it's a retcon now, but I still don't see it as a retcon.
Mm-hmm.
And that I would be more kind of thing about because, well, they never got into the whole gods thing until Super. So you could say it's not a retcon, but that to me is more clear of what you could say is a retcon.
Yeah.
But Kishimoto or whoever is writing this story, after 20 chapters, basically showing an example of, oh, this is why this happened in original Naruto, or this is why this character could easily do all of this, and the only reason Sasuke could detect him is because of seeing him with the Sharingan eye, because he can remove his signature, but you can still see his
See him,
chakra.
yeah. Exactly, exactly.
Okay.
And who knows, by doing that, he might not even like give up any negative vibes or
Emotions,
anything.
yeah, yeah. Because
Uh,
I would
and
imagine other persons would say, oh, of course, yeah,
yeah,
Nine Tails can
and
still send
maybe
negative emotions.
shrinking in of itself may even apply to that more, making it harder to sense him just based on shrinking.
Hmm.
So people call retcon in the anime community too much, like they're the ones writing the story. Like it's just weird, Jed.
Well,
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
my take on it is that like it's not just people in general, because I don't think it's not only anime as well. Because there's a series that I watch. Also, I watch. It's called the Blacklist,
Mm-hmm.
mm,
and
Rayman
like
Reddington.
yep, yep, that same one. The last season, like the last season, the final episode in last season, like persons were so upset. Like persons were livid. I'm like,
Mm.
and I'm like persons took it personal. Like they say that they won't watch the series again, and
Yeah.
I'm 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 looking at it and I'm like, okay then. I'm like, I guess it's just how people say in general.
People can get
Um,
like
but
overly passionate about it. It's kind of like the whole Attack
that's
on Titan
true.
thing earlier in the year.
Wait, what happened in the blacklist? I don't really care about spoilers if you
No
don't wanna,
problem. No
because
problem.
what was it? Is Rayman Reddington not the FBI agent's father?
No, 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 no. Liz died. She still didn't know who was Reddington to her.
Wait, she died?
She died. And
Okay,
like
that sucks.
people were upset. People were like, "How can she not know who
Nah,
Reddington?"
I could see why people are upset, but that is the thing. That is how the real world works. You might never see somebody
Exactly,
again and all of that.
Yep.
It just sucks.
exactly, exactly. And
Uh,
I think that's what I love. That's what I loved about. That's what I loved about the ending. I actually loved the season finale because what happened was that it really showed that neither Reddington nor Liz got what they wanted. They
wanted.
start out, so they started
Um,
out the
was that the season finale or the series finale?
season finale, man.
Really? Another season is coming out after that?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
season 9. So that's
Okay.
what everybody's saying. How can the series go on narratively?
Ah, so
Can it?
I'm guessing
Yeah.
it's gonna show how devastated he is. Okay. But a quick question.
Hmm?
Did any of you see the For Neverwall video? I didn't really watch it because
Hmm.
once I saw him already it was already in the title or something about bad news or something for Boruto based on like Ishiki's blurry design in a blurry magazine picture. I didn't even watch that part of the video. I forget that.
I'm trying to
Like,
What?
remember if I
Hmm.
watched all of that. What was it? Probably one of his Fun Never News videos, maybe? Or
yeah, recently because I'm there like, yo, it's a blurry image in a magazine photo that's not even HD clean, and it's not even in the anime we're seeing it. And this is the same thing like with the Boroshiki like reveal. Why are you complaining? You don't know. He might have even said that, yes. As I said, I didn't watch it, but it was weird how he phrased it. Like,
No man, no man. I think when it comes on to Forever World, one thing I've learned: don't watch the thumbnail. Thumbnail will because this is my thing. I don't think well, I never watched the video. I never really watched the video, but maybe you did. But don't think he's gonna be highly critical of it because I think he's gonna know that it's from a magazine. One thing I've learned about Forever World is that in his thumbnail it may say one thing, but when he's having a discussion, it's not. That's not what he's alluding to, or that's not the aim of his
Could be.
discussion.
Or even if
Yeah,
it
could
is
be.
something he's alluding to, if it's something where him slip up on, I think he usually does go back and say X, I was X Y wrong, whatever. So
Yes,
yeah.
Could
So
be.
but not so
normally,
bad.
yeah.
Because that would make more sense because yeah, it's a blurry magazine image, bro. Let's see how it looks in the anime coming up this Sunday.
Ah boy.
By the way,
Anyway,
how do you guys what are your guys expectations? Well, I'm guessing a lot of you read the manga like me, so you already know what's basically gonna happen,
Yep.
kinda. But what are your expectations for the adaptation? Yeah, and the fight.
Um. All right. So Anthony said something earlier, and I feel like I kind of agree with him in the sense that we've kind of feel that the fight is going to be like a one for one thing from the manga. Personally, I am still expecting decent, like above average animation and art, and the music to really, hit. But we feel it's going to be like a one for one for the manga, all for the reason that since the fight against Ishiki and Sasuke, Naruto, Boruto, Kawaki is coming up, and we feel like the staff is really focusing on that. So we feel like we might not get any additional or extended fight sequence when it comes on to this fight. So, but yeah,
That's
but if
gonna
we
be in
do, then fine.
October, right?
Well, the fight with
That's gonna be in October, right?
Ishiki at this rate,
Yeah.
I would dare say I don't know the schedule,
no,
but I would
it's in
dare say
September. It's in
Nah,
September, man.
nah, that can't be because next episode, the first weekend in September, is the fight, the beginning of the fight. We might get the ending in the episode after. Or at least if we see the end in this episode, we won't get the transport to the leaf probably until the end of the next episode.
But
Then
you know,
then him in the village, him whipping dudes in the village,
stopping
the
by the
stuff
ramen
with
stand.
both. Yeah, I do not.
well,
Yeah, I do
um,
not see that happening until October.
no, man. The I don't know if you guys look at spoilers, but episode 17 is gonna be
217.
where the 217 is gonna be where the Baron mode is gonna make its debut. You're
Really?
gonna have
Okay.
yeah, and you're gonna have 20. You're gonna have episode 20, 14 next week. Next week. You have episode 15, 16. Yeah, September.
Yeah, because I personally
Wait.
was
That's gonna
predicting
be
for
the
it to be like
that's gonna be
third
the
week of
last
September.
weekend in September.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
more
will be
or
the
less.
last weekend in September.
So yeah. So the main the end of the fight would be in October. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
another fight would be in October.
All right.
Okay, yo, guys,
So, eh?
wait, just to say, but can you imagine though, like, you guys expecting to get these fights this early? I thought would have gotten these fight. I thought would have gotten probably like the Jigen fight like in September, like in December would have gotten the Naruto versus Naruto versus the Naruto Baron mode. But to be honest, like that anime is going pretty quick. Like
I
yo,
mean, it's kind of like when you really do the math for the piercing. I remember, so like each chapter is like what 2.5 weekly chapters at most, on best day probably 3 weekly chapters. So it's like you could literally do one episode, one chapter. So, so I
but
mean, I think the anime is moving at a decent pace, to say the least, especially with the
but
added material.
but the next
I
episode is
see.
next
Yeah, go
episode
ahead.
is gonna next episode is gonna be two chapters. It's gonna cover two chapters is 48, 47 and 40, yeah, 47 and 48.
Because the thing
Oh,
is, most of
what?
those chapters would have been like fighting, like it's just merely fighting, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've kind of
Yeah,
gone over most of
hopefully.
what, yeah, we would have kind of gone over most of what Amara has to say already. So it's like,
Yeah.
when you kind of translate
Ho-
those panels to action, you were not
yeah.
expecting certain panels to be lasting 5 minutes. So covering two chapters seems
Hope
right to me.
hopefully, yeah, hopefully they will extend the final. Well, not the final big fight because we know we're getting another final big fight before the time skip.
Yeah, yeah.
So hopefully the second to last big fight before the time skip, they add in scenes, extend the episodes and stuff like that. Because what I see happening is by December, January, we're more than likely gonna get a lot of anime canon episodes after the Ishiki stuff. Like you guys
Yep.
know, the last 6 months there has been like exposition and world building and story building. I see them taking that and extending it maybe 2 months, 3 months, adding enough 1 or 2, 3, 4 anime canon episodes to add in stuff. That would be the perfect time to do that. And then I see we getting the code anime fight around March, April next year.
March, April.
No, actually think that they're going I actually think that they're going full steam ahead. Like, I think that they're going to go into the Ida stuff immediately. I think they're going to go into Ida stuff immediately, and I think they're going to, because I think that they're going to announce the time skip. I think they're going to announce a time skip. So I just think that they're going to, at least at Jump Fiesta, they're going to announce a time skip. At,
Mm-hmm.
at least at Jump Fiesta, they might announce a time skip. Or like for example, or they might say, oh, the time skip is gonna be in February,
Wait,
or January,
yeah,
somewhere
I
along
just
those lines.
realized we are in September now. So if
Basically.
like w- where the volume did it start last chapter or is it starting with this next
One,
chapter?
it's two chapters in the volume.
Oh,
Okay,
alright.
so two more okay, so 2 more chapters are left in this volume. So basically, what I see happening in September, like the confrontation, maybe we get the beginning of the fight, or at
Mm-hmm.
least mostly talking and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then the fight starts at the end or begins at the start of the next chapter after, which would be in October.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then in the volume after that, fight maybe in the first 2 chapters, and then the last 2 chapters of the next volume we go into the time skip. So with you saying
Mm-hmm.
that basically that would be September, October, November, December, and
Mm-hmm.
Jump Festa is in December. So more than likely after the chapter in December comes out,
Yeah.
I Jump Festa is usually just before Christmas or
Yeah,
it's
around the
at least
20th,
around.
21st, thereabout.
So it
Mm-hmm.
would be perfect. And then I see we get in the time skip designs or some trailer
Yeah,
or
the
something.
time skip. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because
So
my thing is that like this is the thing, like persons are saying that they have to like like next year would have to be the year for the novels and so forth.
mhm,
My thing is that I understand it could be the year for the novels, but my thing is that like it's still a story, and I know that they can tweak it to put in
yeah.
the volumes in there, but it's still a story, and most of the we can't again now. Most of the novels, even though they were centered around certain characters, it's still based on Naruto. You get what I say? So
Yeah.
like for me,
Yeah.
they say might adapt certain um novels.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they're going to go straight into the Ida arc. Like they're going straight into it. I don't think that they're holding back.
Yeah.
I think they're
Hmm.
Well,
going to go straight into
yeah,
it.
I think that is the thing them probably will do. Like again, like for the end of the year with at the anime, the Ida stuff, the Kawaki Amado stuff, Sumire Code into next year, and then we could get the novels around spring or just before spring they start. And for like maybe half of the first part of the year, they mainly do the novels and anime canon. and fill out the
Mm.
story until going into this time skip. I don't see them going into this time skip honestly until either the spring 2022 anime season or the fall winter 2022 anime season. They're
I
probably gonna do the time skip at the beginning of one of those seasons.
I actually predict the time skip to come like in chapter 67.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I'm
around.
talking about in the anime. I'm talking
Yeah,
about in
Oh,
the
oh
anime.
no, I'm not expecting
or in yeah,
anime time skip like until I
like
don't know
After
2023.
after half.
Honestly,
yeah,
Nah, I would doubt that. I would doubt that. I think it would happen in 2022, but towards the end, like again in the winter season, and or maybe 2023, but either the end of 2022 or early 2023.
I
honestly,
think it would be. I think it
uh,
would be. I think 2023 would be a good bet.
yeah, we
Yeah,
will
and
It would
bet.
be a good
give
bet.
the manga more time to. By then, we would have had like what, at least more than 6 months worth of chapters of the time skip and stuff, and the anime
But
can build in from there.
yeah,
Do
that's
anime
true.
canon stuff. The
But
problem is you're gonna have people whining about, oh my goodness, novel stuff. Oh my goodness, anime
No,
canon.
no, no,
but
no,
I
and
mean,
that, and that,
it,
and that.
in the grand scheme of things, what I'm saying is that even it's rough because even if you do anime canon stuff for 6 months and you give the manga 6 monthly chapters, which translates to at most 18 weekly chapters, that is still damn close for the anime to be to the manga, honestly.
But this is my thing, guys. I think, I think the anime has a lot of room because my thing is that I think what they could do is that they could show the knockoff effect of Kara. There's lot of arcs that can be generated from the whole knockoff effect of Kara. So, like for example, even we know that person, we know that it had outer members of Kara, right?
Hmm.
Which means that there
Delta
are
too.
persons, yeah, which means that there are persons or groups who still believe in Kara's philosophy in terms of the whole wishing thing and all these things.
As
My
long
thing
as
is
they
that
they
the
can
anime,
definitely do that and there's wiggle room, but as long as
yes,
it's tied back into the manga. Similar to like how with
Yeah.
the whole
I
recent
I,
thing with Caution Koji getting the data and seemingly tying into
yeah.
this new cyborg.
Like
As
we
long as them do
we
that, I
probably
have
will
no
get
problem.
stuff with Delta. We probably will get something with Delta either forcefully rebooting, or maybe we never will get her again. But I doubt that. We probably will get anime canon something with her rebooting or something, her body being found by someone, something like that.
yeah,
Something.
because
Um,
because I said before, I think my thing is that I think they're trying to show how like just the impact or the influence of the
of
Otsutsuki, like
Kara.
yeah, yeah, the influence
Actually,
of Kara on
I
the world.
I think it's more
when we
so the
think
effect
about
that
it,
Madara
like
had.
I
The
think
Madara, yeah, Madara,
Kara is gonna have a bigger impact on this universe, more
exactly.
than even the Akatsuki, honestly. Well, just like how the Otsutsuki has affected the universe, Kara as an organization of itself, seemingly to me is gonna have an even bigger impact on the whole
Yes,
world than like the Akatsuki. Because, in all honesty, the Akatsuki was just like a group of dudes singing together. All the main guys had actually different goals. They weren't really actually united because Pain wanted this, but Obito was gonna backstab him for sure, and he wanted that. And Madara, if he actually did come back, wanted this. Yeah,
oh,
Yeah.
is it? So
that
I can say as so like for example I can say like assassin groups, or I can say like small nations plotting to attack
the
the
leaking.
five great nations. I trust me, man. There's a lot of room that the anime can use actually give us content after the manga goes
By
into the time skip.
By the way, you guys probably don't realize this. I check up a few times on this. Not the Naruto franchise is actually about 80 something episodes away from having had over 1,000 episodes between all the shows. The
Mm-hmm.
franchise of itself, yeah. in
Mm-hmm.
about 80 something episodes, if Boruto continues the
I
anime
mean,
for that long, which it more than likely will.
yeah, more than I will. It's come to mind already because I remember I was comparing it to One Piece in terms of episode counts some time ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying like, okay,
Yeah.
500 Shippuden,
Right
220
now, I think
original.
right now they're at I think 8 something or 9 something, I think. So in less than 100 episodes, 80 something, the whole Boruto franchise would have had over 1,000 episodes.
Yeah,
And I think also what they and also what the trust man, they have a lot of content that they can explore because they can also explore like the five great nations response to
Yeah.
Boruto situation. And I think and that's the thing, like people are saying, oh, the novels and so forth. But I'm like, no, they have a lot of things that they could, lot of ideas, a lot of things that they could explore. Like for example, you could probably say like assassination attempts towards Boruto.
Mhm.
You probably can see um an arc when you probably can see an arc where Boruto, because remember you're showing the viewers the progression of the story getting a lot more darker. Not a lot more darker.
Yeah.
The story progressing to a more darker tone.
Because at this point, people who started with Boruto in 2017, 16, if
mm-hmm.
they were like say like 10, now they're
14,
14,
yeah,
they're
14, 15.
14, 15. The group, the a younger group who started with the show, as it ages, obviously to match that, the show is progressing. Um, because not to say younger people have couldn't catch on now, but you would have to start from
Mm,
episode one.
true.
You wouldn't expect anyone to jump on this late in the game and maybe and like you would have had to start years back with it, and now the story is getting more and more for older
Mm.
because the audience that started with it is
Yeah,
older. But
Yeah, that's true.
here's the thing, like, and a lot of people don't like it, but this is the world capitalism runs things. The
Mhm.
Boruto Naruto franchise is a money maker for
exactly.
Shueisha, for Japan, for Kishimoto himself. Even if he may have been ready to go away from the story, his
Mhm.
family, it's I'm sure it set his family for life. If not, something is wrong. Um, and a lot of people are making money from the franchise and has been
Yeah.
for years.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
just like how Superman comics have been going on for what, almost 100 years, Superman about 2 years ago passed 1,000 chapters, one of the few series to do so. I don't think the Naruto franchise is going anywhere anytime soon. Whether
No, man, I don't think nobody believes
ends,
that. No.
Yeah.
after Boruto
So,
ends, whatever, either they're gonna have light novels with other stuff with divorce,
I mean,
and
games.
in the grand scheme of things, if Bleach is coming back in full swing, then I mean,
Wait, wasn't the Bleach anime supposed to come back this year?
not this year, next year,
it's coming
2022.
back.
When?
But just
I don't
not
sure. I'm not
sure.
sure of the exact. I don't think there's an
But
exact
yeah, the
release
Bleach
date, but
anime is coming back.
2022.
They're
It's
gonna be
coming back.
dropping new chapters for Bleach to
Yep.
continue that verse.
Did you read
Whether
the chapter, dog?
once
By the
every
way,
year or every few months or every few years, they're gonna be
did
doing
you
it.
read the chapter,
So again, these
William?
IPs that make money
Am I not even here?
and that people like and
William,
that
hello.
work and can be built upon, they're
Oh
not
shit,
going anywhere. Some people don't like that and they want stories to end.
frozen.
But let's be honest, if you find a good story that catches an audience,
But just to add, like I'm just thinking of, like my mind is just light bulb is just
Alright.
going on in my
Hello, guys.
head right now. Like for example, you can literally have a coup
Just this
d'état
thing.
in the Sand Village. You know, like this is my thing. Like there's so
There
many
we
things that
go.
could happen that could literally stretch this Boruto series and really keep people engaged. So like for
yeah,
example, because remember I know that Kara had members who were you know
high positions and stuff.
high positions and so forth. So
You guys
my
hearing me?
thing is
Hello.
that You say Sanjay?
Oh, because you guys weren't hearing me for a bit, but I guess I
Oh,
figured out why. No, I was asking only if he had read the Bleach chapter.
Oh,
sorry.
let me be honest here right now. Um, Sorry about that. My phone just dropped. Let
Mm,
me make sure it's not destroyed. Okay,
mm,
so I okay, Bleach. I don't dislike Bleach. I don't
Mm-hmm.
love it. I followed on the anime a little bit,
Yeah.
but not really. What I really got into because I wanted to see the end of the story was the final year Blood War arc
The
when
Thousand
that
Year
really
Blower, yeah.
started off. Yeah, when that
mm,
really started off in the manga, somewhat. I went on and I read it to the end. Didn't really like the ending too much, but cool. So I
Mm-hmm.
have not rushed to read the new chapter, even though I hear people seemingly saying it's cool or whatever.
Yeah, man.
I
I would say it's cool. Trust me.
Yeah, I haven't read it. I may read it more than I haven't even when the whole two chapters came out with the Kubo witch
Burn the
story
Witch, yeah.
that Bondi Witch that allegedly years back that allegedly takes place in the same verse as Bleach. I
Yep.
never read it. I said I might. I never read it. I watched the anime episodes that came out last year, but after the first episode, I thought that was crap. Like a lot of stuff didn't make sense to me. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really invested in the Bleach verse, but I may read it. I'll watch the anime when it comes back because I wanna see it animated.
Yeah.
Uh yeah, that is that with me. I haven't read it yet. I
mm.
may. Um, right now, dude, honestly, the franchises I'm the most invested in is Naruto, Berserk. Sucks the author died. I
Yeah,
wanna see how
yeah.
that ends. I wanna see the Attack on Titan last part of the final
Yo,
season.
listen to me. I am looking forward to seeing how anime onlys react to the ending because I mean,
They
what
more
can
than
I
likely
say?
again the Attack on Titan franchise is a money maker. So they more than likely again with that will come out soon within
Mm-hmm.
the next 5 years with some
Sequel.
continuation of the
See, yeah,
verse.
sequel. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can see that
Because
happening.
like again let's say like Gundam. How many Gundam series has there been? How
Like,
many Fate series has there been? Like,
it's ridiculous, isn't it?
Mm.
yeah. But I'm guessing you're invested in Bleach more than I am, so
Same. I'm
Yeah,
actually like you're invested.
because I mean, for the longest while, before I even got back into One Piece, it was just Naruto and Bleach side by side every week, reading for me. I definitely put Naruto above Bleach, but Bleach is still up there for me in terms of like
like,
entertainment. It was an experience too.
like any of you are fans of Avatar? Not
I
with
am.
not the alien one, the
I
the
am.
last
I
Airbender.
I'm
am.
a
I'm a
fan, but
huge
I haven't. To
fan.
be honest, I haven't watched all the episodes. I
Yeah,
need to go back and binge
I
Huge
watch.
haven't
fan.
either, but I thought it was a cool series. I watched more of the Legend of Korra because I didn't have cable when Avatar was airing for us. I
Yeah.
had to depend on it airing on our country's main channel, so you know what
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
means. So I
I.
by the time Korra came out, I had internet and stuff, so I followed that along more. It
Yeah.
was cool.
Mm,
I see why people like Avatar more.
I watch.
But the main thing with that is like, for example, even though the shows ended, you guys know like they have a whole bunch
Yeah.
of different comic book
Comics and
series.
thing.
So again, even if a show's anime ends, the stories are different parts of the stories or parts of the world will keep being told.
Yeah. What are you saying,
Like
I
Anthony?
mean,
Though?
summer,
I was saying no. I was saying that I agree with you because even Azula, like after she went into prison, I think she got out. I think she did something crazy, and I don't remember what happened, but I heard. But I was like that. What that wasn't in the anime though. But yeah, like yo, Azula gone dog. Azula gone. Like he
Ah,
meant
boy.
to. Because the thing is,
Yeah.
what they were saying is that Azula met her mom. I thought her mom was dead, but her mom wasn't dead. Was her mom was and
That,
Prince Zuko.
Yeah,
Yeah,
didn't Zuko go evil or something? Which doesn't make sense to me,
no,
but
no,
no, I don't recall
no,
hearing
I don't
anything
think
like that.
Zuko went evil. Come on, Zuko never went
or
evil, but
he went more like aggressive or something.
I don't remember that.
Not to my
I know,
knowledge.
In the
not to my
books,
knowledge
I mean,
either.
something about that I may have heard about in the books. But yeah, man, these stories will continue in one way or the other, which is cool because there will at least be something for different
Yeah, different
generations
generations and thing.
and stuff, which is cool. Yeah,
Speaking about generations too, let me see, 10, 20, 30. If I've got my math right, yeah, even Dragon Ball's 40th anniversary is coming up in a few years. So,
40? Oh yeah, it was
yeah.
in the 90s. Yeah, it was in the
Well,
80s.
actually, 84, actually.
Yes,
84.
yo, that's a long time that you know.
I just hope Toriyama is alive,
wait,
still alive by then. Huh?
84.
Yeah, the manga
So
started in 84.
90, so
Mm.
94, 2004, 2008, and huh?
Yeah, it will be 2024 will be the 40th one. Yeah,
Huh.
we
Wow.
got our math
Honestly,
right.
that might be when the anime comes back or they release another movie after superhero.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good because yeah, for real. Because after the movie next year is like they can have an excuse to kill some more time.
Mm-hmm.
But it is
So it
what it is.
returns for the 40th anniversary. Hey, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Could be, could be.
Fourth years.
But
Wait, you
anyway,
guys see
yeah,
a question before you end the stream because it's probably wrapping down. How you
yeah, yeah.
brought up Dragon Ball. Um, you think Goku has a chance at beating Superman?
Nope,
I feel like we've talked about this
nope.
one stream before.
Wait, I think. Oh yeah, I think so. I think so.
Yeah, my answer is still the same. It just depends on the version of Superman, isn't it? That always will be my answer.
Oh wait, did you actually talk about Dragon Ball Super this stream?
Just for a
The
bit, I was
manga?
kind of just mentioning in terms of like the CGI. I didn't
Listen,
talk too much about the manga, even though we know we have some hot stuff going on with Ultra Ego and all these things. But no, we didn't really talk much about the manga specifically.
Yeah. And yeah, I just want to say something quick. I don't read the manga, but I watch videos and stuff, and I know basically about what's going on.
Yeah,
The thing I'm guessing you read it more, so
yeah,
like,
I do, I do.
right? Yeah. The thing I understand with the whole granola thing is that like he wished to be the strongest in the verse, and he became the strongest mortal, and
Mm-hmm.
he got the power. Obviously, he doesn't have the training, so he's gaining the training now and learning to use the power.
That's right.
And by doing that, he's accessing everything he was given.
Yeah,
Because
that's how
it's
I
like,
look at it.
okay, it's like if Naruto, for example, was given the Sage a six-part chakra, but he never had ever trained in his life to use ninjutsu, to use chakra control, to use Sage mode, and maybe he started training a little bit, but he never goes full in. Yeah, he would have the Sage a six-part chakra and power, but he can't fight. He doesn't know how to use it. So that's what I see is going on with Granola,
Yeah, because
and that
people are complaining
he
that
yeah,
he already wished to be the strongest. How is he?
yeah
Or he was
he
already
he would
granted power, like at the end
he
of his potential. Why
yeah
is he still getting
yeah he
stronger?
was given he and there's the thing too, like he was given power that only leaves 3 years of his life of what is actually wished. What's the phrasing if you any of you
Um,
guys
if
know?
if I'm thinking back on it, right? So he wished to be the strongest, and then the dragon was saying like, if I compress, everything you would have basically gotten within your natural lifespan, I
So
can
if
basically
it's
do
like
it.
so
Yeah,
it's like
it
if
it
he
kind of sounds like,
trained
yeah, if
every
if he
day,
if he had trained for his entire life, he would be at this level. It kind of makes it sound
or
like
is
that.
it that, or is it like, for example, like with Asgardians, they as they age, all they get stronger. Same with Viltrumites and like Kryptonians. The longer they're exposed to sunlight, they naturally get stronger really as they age. So could it be like, oh, granola species could actually live to be 1,000 years old, and
Um,
all that energy, all that power in 1,000 years, strip away,
compressed
just
down to
leaving
3 years.
3 years, just 3 years left, and boom, you have all of it. And obviously you have it, but you don't know how to access it. You don't know how to fight really or train. So when you actually start putting in the effort, you actually start using the power. So
Oh yeah.
that is how I see, because we don't really know how long granola species lives
I think they
unless
were
they
saying
explained
if
it.
if if anybody's rewatching this, and you can always correct me, I might check back the chapter after this. But I think they live up to about 150 or 200 years, if memory serves
So
right.
that is longer than Saiyans, obviously longer than humans.
Yeah.
So they live to be 150 something. So basically all those years except three, well, that he had left, boom, I'm guessing like if he trained, he has the power, but he doesn't really know how to use it. He doesn't
Yeah.
have the fighting experience. Now he's fighting with Goku and Vegeta and actually using it and bringing it out. That is how I understand what's going on. And I don't get how people like, even if it's bad writing and stuff, it's, I don't get how people don't see how, or can't see like what's actually going on.
Listen,
Um,
even if they want to say it's bad writing, some fans are acting like some characters haven't had their potential unlocked and they still get stronger either way. So if you even want
like,
to look at
yeah,
it like
wait.
that,
Didn't Gohan and Krillin and them get their
potential
potential
unlocked, yes, they
unlocked,
did.
and then after that they got stronger because, yeah, you got your potential unlocked. Now take that and do what you will.
Mm-hmm. Because even if you want to even use the whole Elder Kai unlocking Gohan's potential for the second time, I mean, Gohan's gotten substantially stronger since then. So it's like,
Yeah. And yeah, getting God Key and then adding on Super Saiyan to it.
it's ridiculous, bro.
Uh, but that is the thing. That is how I understand what's actually going on, and I don't see again. Even if you say it's bad writing, that is too. Just use your logic. He has all the power now. Now he's actually fighting and using it and bringing out the abilities. So I don't see why it's hard for that to understand. My main thing though is I don't get why the Vegeta fans are so crazy, because Vegeta, yes, yes. Unlike with Naruto and Boruto or Harry Potter, this series isn't named after Goku or Vegeta. But Vegeta came on later. He's not the main character. It's more Goku and his family, really. Vegeta, if you wanna say, is the next main or side character. He's gonna beat some of the strong characters, but most of the time he ain't gonna beat the big bosses. And if he does, it's gonna be with teamwork or via fusion.
True.
Like when we know there are other stronger characters there, like Vegeta, I guess you could give it to him, but they use it like a fact to say like, oh, Vegeta beat this character. That means he's stronger than Goku. Yo, we know he's not stronger than Goku.
I'll
Calm down.
say this and then hear what Anthony is saying as his final thoughts as well. The thing is, it's just that persons I've been saying for years that Vegeta is the most developed character in the show, so they just want more from him in terms of victories associated with that. So it's really and truly just comes down to that at the end of it, really. But yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
guys, Anthony, and any final thoughts, man? Kind of almost half an hour over my scheduled time, but
He's muted.
oh well. Because I'm here like, what the heck is happening? All right. In the meantime, any final thing for you, William?
Nah, man, just glad I jumped on. It was cool. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep doing the grind and
You don't
everything.
know the everlasting, eternal grind.
Yes, how many subs are you at now?
Despite what the stream is saying there, hold on, let me check. 1,581.
Good, man. Hopefully, as more time goes on, you get more different people coming on to these and stuff.
Yeah, cause to be honest, I am hoping and praying by next year this time I'm at a decent position in terms of channel size and success. Hopefully by this time next year. It's like Anthony is saying in the chat that something's not working with the Discord. But he's giving his final thoughts here. But alright, man, respect no. So well, today's what, the 30th? Still a ways off before the next chapter, but yeah. But respect William.
Yeah, well, 21 days.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Bro.
So yeah, bless up, Anthony. Deuces.
All right. Boom. So that's pretty much it, people. Thanks for coming out for the end of month subscriber live stream. Yeah, just thanks for the support. If you're ending up rewatching this and you make it this far, just like, subscribe, leave a comment if anything, and let me know what your favorite discussion is from the stream. Of course, we do these the end of every month, usually between the last 3 days, one of those days. So yeah, so of course for next month we're doing this and give or take anywhere from the 28th to the 30th of September. Of course, as the name implies, it's a stream for the subscribers. Can talk with me about anything, I guess. So yeah, but thanks for stopping out. I should get some fresh air, some food, and just chillax for the rest of the night. So stay safe, guys. Respect for coming out.